Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the HRV Vision podcast. Tonight I got myself, Hector, also known as CN6, and with me I got Jazzy.
What up?
And Hav.
Yo.
And welcome to another episode of HRV News, guys. But before we actually get into it, I'd like to remind you guys that you guys can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. Make sure you follow our socials at HRV Vision Podcast. Go to HRVvisionpodcast.com. You'll see all of our links through there. Also, make sure you guys join the Discord. Top link in the description. Join the Discord, guys. Come chat with us about video games, movies, TV shows, anything like that. But yeah, HRV News, man. Pretty cool stuff this week. But actually, before we actually dive into it, there are some things that we want to clear up. And I'll just pass it to Mario here.
Yeah, man. Man, I got, bro. I got, man.
And you know what? You know what's bullshit?
What?
Because he got, we all got.
Yeah.
No, I got, bro. So as you guys know,
No, they don't, actually.
No, they know about the news that I'm about to break. The GTA 6 news, the throwback edition. I reported it last week in the last news pod, right? And turns out that fucking article was posted on April 1st. And it got my ass, bro. Because when I get the news, I get them on Friday. And Friday was April 5th or some bullshit. I forgot what date it was.
Mm-hmm. That's wild.
And what's it called? As I go through the dates, right, I go back to the previous Saturday because obviously if news breaks that Saturday, then I get that. But if it doesn't, then I look back on that day after we hung out, after we recorded to see if anything broke that day that I need to get for the next news pod, right? So I go back, I go through all the days like normal. And as I'm going through the days, I forgot that fucking April 1st was April Fool's Day. And so that's why I wrote it down.
Yeah.
And so that was my fuck up on that end. So I do apologize. That's an April Fool's joke. But that's why I wrote it down. Just because, like, it's Friday. It's April 5th. April Fool's Day already passed. I'm not thinking April Fool's as I'm collecting news.
Fuck, dude.
Right? So it's one of those things where I was like, yo, I forgot it was April Fool's Day. I was like, fucking shit. Because on the day, I didn't fall for anything. Yeah. Like, I didn't get, I knew, I'm like, it's April Fool's Day. Don't believe any news that comes out today.
Look at the load of this guy.
But then April 5th comes by. So April Fool's got me, just not on April Fool's Day.
That's crazy.
It got me 4 days later as I'm trying to collect news for the fucking
When
pod.
we do the news pod and I'm collecting movie news, because that's my job for the week, I collect the news every single day. I don't wait till Friday and then look back at the week. So I remembered when I woke up April 1st, I'm like, okay, if I'm going to get movie news, I'm going to make sure this shit's legit because of this reason.
Yeah.
And what's fucked is that they decided to hold CinemaCon the week of April Fool's Day week. You know what I mean? So I was like, fuck, man. Is anything they're going to announce at CinemaCon that day going to be legit, or is some of it going to be fake? And I think that was the day we got the 3 new John Wick movies confirmed and a few other things. And I'm like, but are any of these real? Because it's April 1st. That was in my mind. And after doing some digging, it's like, okay, it's legit. Plus, it'd be kind of a dick move for CinemaCon to announce something and be like, April Fool's.
Yeah,
it's a whole ass convention. People flew out to go spend the week there and shit. It would be kind of bogus.
Yeah.
So I was like, but I still had to make sure. So I collect my news every single day. So when I woke up April 1st, I was like, happy birthday, Tia, because I have an aunt whose birthday it is. And I was like, okay, that's out of the way. Now for the rest of the day, I can't fall for shit.
Yeah.
So I had to make sure when I was gathering my news.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
And I'm embarrassed. I'm actually just embarrassed. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to just say it. I'm going to just say it, man.
Oh my God.
I'm embarrassed, man. Like, we're out here, like, trying to make something out of this art, like, be reputable and shit. And we pull this stunt, bro.
Hey, man, how do you think I feel? I made a whole ass clip for the socials.
No, that too, Mario. Mario's not even looking at us right now.
Yeah.
He's not even looking at us right now.
Yeah.
Mario made Javi made a clip of it, bro, and I was involved. Because when we did something cool. Hav wanted to, he wanted to find a picture of GTA 6 with the Xbox 360 label on it. He couldn't find it, so he asked me for help to make it for him, and I did. For the fucking clip, my guy.
No, he told me at work.
And I did it. And now I feel like disgusting. It's like, I can't believe I did this. and I fell for it. And look, before the podcast even started, I was explaining it to Hav that the reason why I believe this, because there's a website called Limited Run Games. They actually have they actually work with studios and stuff to bringing digital games or older type of games into a physical release for newer gen consoles, like either PS4, PS5, or whatever. So when Mario brought up that news, I'm like, oh, you know what? That's actually kind of something that I can see, and I just never mentioned it during the pod. I just thought in my head, you know what? That kind of makes sense. Cool. And then it wasn't until I uploaded the clip. That just adds on to it, man. I uploaded the video. I uploaded the video to our YouTube, and it was doing well. That's another thing where like that's another thing where like I think at the time it had maybe like 3K views or something, with like I think close like over 100 something likes.
That's not bad.
It was doing well.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh damn, nice. It's a clip that's doing well. And the reason why I found out it was fucking fake was because someone commented saying, yo, is this real? And me, what I like to do sometimes whenever people ask those questions, I like to go to the source and actually link them the source and stuff like, hey, yeah, man, check this out, whatever. And so I was going to do that, and I found only one article that fucking covered that. And it's an article that, you know, it's from a person that we all know and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm reading it, and I instantly knew it was fake because I think somewhere in the literature it said that, oh, it would be sold at $199, so $200, and that's where I did a face palm. I'm like, there's no fucking way. And I scrolled all the way down because usually that's where it says like when it was uploaded, either the top or the bottom of the article. And I scrolled and it said at the very bottom, hey, this is an April Fool's joke. None of this is real. And that's when I messaged Mario, yo, Mario, what the fuck's going on here, man? And like, I deleted the video. I'm like, get rid of this garbage. I'm like, I felt bad for Hav. I'm like, yo, Hav made a clip. Too. And it's like, what the fuck? So I guess I gotta apologize, man. Like, I'm apologizing on behalf of Mario, on behalf of HRV, man. What the fuck going on?
You don't need to apologize. I'm the one that needs to apologize.
This is crazy work. And we believed you like idiots. Oh shit, it's wrong. I gotta get that.
You know what's funny? My favorite part of that whole clip. Yeah. Like, because I was editing the clip, right? My favorite part when I was editing the clip, now knowing that it was fake, is the very end of the clip when Hector goes, "I gotta get that."
Like, I'm just embarrassed. Like, what? Like, are we really doing this right now?
Think on the bright side, it happened
I'm a
now,
cop dad.
not later.
Oh my, no.
I'm a cop dad. How much you think? How much you
I
think
would
it'll
feel
be?
10 times worse. I would feel 10 times worse.
No, if this happened, if like we're already established, like well reputable and stuff, I would have fired Mario. Mario, you're fired. Get out of here. Get out of my face. No, I'm fired. Suspension without pay, bro. What are you doing, bro?
Suspension without pay. That's crazy.
Bro, like for 2 weeks, bro. What the fuck?
Crazy.
Bro, that's crazy. No, what's crazy is you put out misinformation, bro. Like, that's what's crazy.
Nah, man.
Anyway, guys, that's what we had. That's it. And I'm just embarrassed, man. I'm real, man. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh,
but
man.
Last words, Mario. Anything?
Just. I won't get got next year though. When I'm collecting the news, I'll remember. Like, I'm not gonna let this shit happen again to me. I'm gonna
actually try to look into it if you're unsure of something.
You know what's funny? I was talking about it.
Don't just look at the headline.
We were at work, and I was like, you know what happened? Like, I was looking. When I was reading it, I was like, oh, this is cool. I'm like, but why is no one else reporting on this? This is something like it should be big news.
I told him, I was like, something that I've realized. No, Hector, I legit told him, I was like, bro, what's weird is that when you brought that up that Saturday, because Saturdays is when we record. When you brought that up, I was like, oh wow, that's okay, cool. That's cool. That's interesting. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, I didn't see anything about that this week.
That's true.
So where did he get that from? But I'm just like, I never thought much of it. But I was like, I would have seen something by now because I follow sources of my own where I get my news from for these pods. Yeah. And they never reported anything of the sort. So I
like how we say my source, like I know a guy. Like, you don't want to name drop, right? And I get it, right? But it's like my source is like, I know a guy in Activision, bro. Like
if my told me that, I'd believe him though. Yo, I have some sources, bro. Like the new Marvel movies. I called
Kevin Feige himself, bro.
Tell him he's a bitch, Hop. I already did, man. I already did. Anyway.
That's funny.
But yeah. No, that was just it. I was just like, I don't remember seeing anything like that this week. So when he said that, I'm like, interesting.
Nah, man. Like, that feeling I had, man, when I found out it was fake, man, I felt like shit, bro. I'm like, there's no way.
Bro, it was worse for me, man. How do you think I felt?
Bro. You don't care, bro. Mario doesn't give a fuck. He's just here for the bag, bro.
I
don't even pay him. Bag of chips.
Bro, like that shit ruined my whole morning. And I was like, oh, nah. I went into work shitty. I was like, God damn it, bro. I was pissed. I was like annoyed at myself.
That's there forever.
I
It's
know.
there forever, bro. So like,
Yeah, I know.
You can't even.
it's I could edit it out, but
Nah, keep
whatever,
it up,
just-
bro. Keep
it's
it up.
whatever.
That's like something to remind me, like, remember this moment.
yeah.
That'd be better.
Anyway, also we want to mention that we saw Warfare, the new A24
Yeah.
movie. We're gonna talk about that a little bit, give our quick thoughts and a rating, and then move on to the gaming news and movie news. So Warfare, man, same weekend as The Amateur, which we said reminded us of that Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
And that other movie called Drop, which I heard a lot of good things about that movie apparently. Which
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised, man. I was like, oh wow, I didn't expect it to be.
I had a feeling it was gonna be good.
Yeah?
I knew.
So, it was kind of a big weekend. We were like, oh, fuck, what do we do? What kind of movie should we see? And we kind of won by majority vote. Mario and I decided to watch Warfare instead of those two movies, which eventually I'm sure we'll watch them.
Yeah, on our own time.
Eventually when they're on like streaming or whatever. But quick thoughts, man, on Warfare. Mario, I guess. Quick thoughts and rating.
Well, I mean, watching the trailer when we first saw it, I feel like it wasn't that long ago we saw the trailer,
No.
right? But like that trailer instantly hooked me. Because
Yeah.
the way it was shot, I'll go, oh fuck! I'm like, this thing already has me fucking hooked, and just the vibe it gave me as we got closer and closer to like the eventual like release of it. I was like, given from the trailer, I go, this might be the first 10 I give this year.
You did say that before.
And heading into it, I was just like, this might be the first
What?
10 I give it this year.
Yeah.
What?
I've shaken his head. He said, no, it's not.
Oh no. I was just
You were shaking
What?
the headphones or some shit?
no. I'm on my phone. I'm trying to pull up research for the movie.
Oh, it's funny. Yeah, I saw that too. I was like, what is Hav shaking his head for? I thought it was for the headphones.
I
Because
felt
sometimes
some
I'd be
shit
doing
too,
that.
Hav.
Yo, Hav, you got calm. But either way, right? I came into the movie thinking
look at each other face to face. See who got better news.
he's like, did you know?
Because you asked, did you know?
Yeah.
No,
I was
did
like,
you
all right.
know?
Okay.
We start going back and forth.
And I'm like the judge, like, oh. I'm like,
Because
who wowed me more with the info?
That's like Javi's thing.
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
over here challenging him and shit.
Oh, that's funny.
Get ready to rumble, bitch.
But what's it called? I on the car right there, I told him, I'm like, yo, this might be the first 10 I get. I don't know, just the vibe is getting me. And I generally already like war movies to begin with that are set in like that time period,
Yeah.
right? Leaving it, I honestly, we saw this normal in a normal like regular price matinee ticket movie theater. I instantly regretted at the beginning of the movie. I was like, I regret not seeing this in Dolby Atmos.
It would have
bro.
been really good.
Because I feel like aren't the speakers better there?
Well,
Yeah.
yes.
That's what I'm saying. That's why, not because of the visuals, even though the visuals are already good itself.
Sure.
But like the audio would have hit a whole lot more. Because
Really?
we saw Civil War in Dolby Atmos, didn't we?
No,
I thought we did.
that was normal too.
That was normal too. Well,
But
fuck,
I don't.
Either way,
I don't
regret
think.
it.
I don't know,
Oh,
bro.
I thought we saw Civil War in Dolby. Bro.
No,
That's what I thought,
no,
too.
No. So two things. One, Civil War we did not watch in Dolby, and yet when we reviewed that movie, Hector said that he gave props to the sound design,
Yeah.
but it wasn't because of Dolby. It was a regular
Oh, no.
theater.
Yeah. Okay.
A second, I don't even think was there even an option to watch this movie in Dolby?
There was.
Really? This
was.
movie?
Yeah, there
Because
was.
usually they give Dolby Atmos.
So
Sorry,
like
no,
the big hitters, right?
Yeah, so because Minecraft is still in theaters, and I just assumed it would just be another week of Minecraft in
When was
Dolby.
Civil War? 2024?
Last year.
Okay. I'm going to see if I can find it.
Let me see. Because the time already passed. Oh shit. I might be right, bro. Because I'm looking at it. It would have showed up.
Yeah,
here.
no, it's not Adobe. I found it
Yeah,
right here.
fuck. I thought what movie? Oh, it was probably the Amateur. Let me see. Was it the Amateur? Yeah, it was
No,
the Amateur.
I was looking at Civil War.
I was looking at the times for Warfare and Amateur. I was like, wait, I could have sworn I saw Dolby listed for a movie though. It was the Amateur.
It was the
Okay,
Amateur.
That was the movie I confused. But either way, this movie should be in Dolby though.
It should.
It should be in Dolby.
Yeah,
So,
I just double checked on Civil War. We did not watch that.
damn, that's
in
crazy. But either way, this movie feels like it should have gotten a Dolby screening.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's most definitely deserving of it. But I get it. That's not a big name. It's not a big hitter. So I understand why. But it's definitely worth your time. I mean, I was really surprisingly from the beginning of the movie, it catches you off guard in terms of how they're introducing it. But that introduction, I think, perfectly fits it, the film overall. I'm gonna be honest with you, and it really does set the tone and theme of like what this movie is going to be about. It being really grounded, really grounded in terms of how it tells this story. And I think I absolutely love that pacing. I actually love the groundedness feeling of it. And it was one of the things I think that blew me away, if I'm being honest with you. And the fact that we have big act. I'm not gonna say like really big A-listers, but like big actors, like these actors.
I don't know their names.
I don't know their names either. But it's like one of the dudes from Marvel, the guy you keep saying from Marvel.
Adam Warlock.
Him.
That's Will Poulter.
The dude from Shogun, the white dude. I forgot his name.
Cosmo Jarvis.
There's two more in here that are big.
And then
so it's an ensemble cast.
Yeah.
But the people that at least I recognized was Will Poulter, who is the Adam Warlock,
and the guy from Gladiator, right? There's a guy from Gladiator in here, right? Or am I tripping?
From Gladiator?
2.
No,
I don't think
he was
so.
in here. I only recognize Adam Warlock, which is what's the name again?
Let me see.
Will Poulter.
Will Poulter.
I recognized the Engine.
Yes,
From Shogun. Cosmo Jarvis. I recognized Joseph Quinn.
From
He's
Stranger
Human.
Things.
Yeah, he's Human Torch.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I also.
Yeah, he's in Gladiator. He is in Gladiator.
Oh, that's who you're referring to. I think you're talking about
yeah.
talking about the main guy.
No.
And then I recognized Michael Gandolfini. I knew he was in the movie.
Which one's that guy?
So he's Kingpin's apprentice in Born Again.
Oh yeah, the guy with the mustache.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm like, dude, that dude looks familiar. What the fuck? Yeah, it's just he has a thick mustache.
Yeah. So he from Daredevil Born Again.
Okay.
And Noah Centineo.
He's in this movie.
Which was that one? Who's that?
He played I forgot him from Black Adam, the dude who grows really big. Adam Smasher.
Oh yeah.
He's really a Netflix like actor. He's in hella Netflix shit, bro.
Damn, so they had a lot of people here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Along with a bunch of more people, but those are the ones that I at least recognized.
No, but like there was like a bunch of like, I'm not gonna say no names, but like actors and their roles aren't what you think they would be, but that's on purpose, and I think it's a good thing for the film. If I'm being honest with you, like everyone has their own moment in the film, and just throughout all of it, I thoroughly enjoyed. This is a regular ass length in terms of movie. What was it, like 90 minutes on the dot or something like that? 30. And dude, it doesn't feel like a 90-minute movie, bro. It feels like longer than that. It might be just a little bit long. I'm not gonna say crazy long, but like I enjoyed all of it from beginning to end. And I mean, well, should I say my rating then?
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm being honest with you, my expectation heading into it was right. I think this is gonna be my first 10 out of 10 out of the year, Warfare.
Damn. Yeah.
Fire.
Okay, I guess I'll go next. I mean, dude. That fucking sound is movie is fire. Same shit what I said about Civil War, which makes sense because Hav later, we looked it up in the theater. It's the same director that did Civil War. And also the zombie movies, the 28 Days Later, 28 Weeks.
He was a writer in those movies.
He was a writer. Okay.
And in the upcoming 28 Years trilogy, too.
Yeah. Okay. So the sound is on point, man. Fuck yeah. I was interested in this movie. Like, I'm not going to lie, because same thing with Mario. I actually like the modern warfare type of vibe. We rarely get movies like that, especially like newer ones. And I like that vibe. And this movie, I guess, perfectly like captures like what would it be like in real life. It's not those type of action movies where you're going gun blazing and doing crazy shit. Hell no, man. This is just like you're here surviving. And that's one thing as well that I appreciate is because there are some scenes that all they have to do, like, okay, there's not really a spoiler, but there's a scene where they have to clear out this bedroom, right? And they have to get like certain equipment from that bedroom, and they make it such a big deal, like, and the way they move, the way they have to calculate certain things on just retrieving equipment from a bedroom, and that alone, you might think, oh, that's not interesting, but the way it was shown in the movie, it's like you feel the tension, and that's what I really liked, and I think that's what they were going for because. Some of the research, I'm topping hot right now. Hey, yo, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah.
What the fuck?
He said that, I was like, wait, did he just say what I think he just said? I reacted late as hell to that.
I said, I meant like, I'm like topping on him, like I'm above him. Like,
again.
That's crazy.
He said it again.
But that's what I meant.
Mario, he said he's above me.
No, okay, no, now you're reaching. Now he's reaching.
You see, okay, he's Mario, reaching. You heard that, right? Mario, you heard that.
Oh my God.
He keeps doing it to himself.
Mario, shut up. You fall for April Fool jokes. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. That's a new thing with him.
At least I'm not topping off.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
That's funny though.
I'm stealing the high.
Because I know what you meant, so I didn't react to it until you reacted to it. Because I knew what he meant. But like honestly, like I probably wouldn't have reacted to it if he didn't say that. But like he had to say that because like he's like I would.
Oh my God. Okay. Anyway.
Funny. Yeah, go ahead.
So some of the shit that I found was that Ray Mendoza, which was a former Navy SEAL that was actually portrayed in the movie, he was a co-director and co-writer.
Yes.
And that is because it was everything from memories. He said that he wanted to really capture
that was
the
a unique
story.
thing. Like everything was
had
based off memory.
Yeah, like, and he had a lot of stories. So Ray, he had a bunch of stories he would like to tell, but the one that stuck out the most was this one because Elliot, there's another Navy SEAL person in the movie. You know, stuff happens, right? But that's because they were best friends. So I guess that is why the story stuck up to him. And another thing that I found is that the director and Ray actually went. They spoke with every member of the platoon that they could find to reconstruct like the movie, to form memories and stuff. And then Elliot, then again, it's kind of spoilers if I talk about Elliot.
Yeah, no, that's spoilers. Wait, if you talk about him, it's
would that be
spoilers. Yeah, that would be.
Well, anyway, so I think it's really, really cool that the co-director and co-writer was someone that actually lived through the fucking thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's really cool that they went back and they spoke with the platoon members to gather as much information of what they recall to form this movie. And it shows. It definitely 100% shows, because this is not the typical type of war movie where they're traversing through the fucking streets and, like, you know, doing crazy fight moves or whatever. No, man. They're just holding it down and trying to make it out alive. And you could feel the tension, man. You could feel, like, the anxiety, it's just there. It feels real life. It feels like there's certain parts of the movie that what happens that just happens instantly. And I remember it made us all jump, like, what the fuck, because we weren't expecting it. And I think that's it's kind of weird that I'm about to say this, right? Because it's a warfare movie, but it's kind of like you see the beauty of how realistic it can be, because some people think that if once they join the military, they're in war, they think they're going to be like the main characters of a fucking video game or of a movie, when that's not the case. Anything can happen. Just like in the movie, when that thing happened, it came out of nowhere. Yeah. And that's how real war is. Yeah. That's how actual warfare is. And people messing up as well. We see people kind of like being distraught from the explosives. We see people messing up, right? Certain things. Yeah. And that's because they're scared and they're just, a lot of shit's riding on them, and you could feel that, man.
They make them feel like normal soldiers.
Yeah,
like, hey, because they're soldiers, but even they have moments where they fuck up.
No, yeah, absolutely. And here's the thing: if you are not into that, if you are because I can already see some people maybe not liking it because it takes place in this one area, whatever. And they're not. Yeah. It's not like one of those cool war movies where they're going through the streets and like doing crazy shit. I get it, but that's not the point. The point was to actually show like what warfare is like. And I think that the director and Ray Mendoza, man, shout out to you, shout out to everybody, that they did a great job kind of replicating that. And shout out to the people there, man, because I cannot be in that position, man. Fuck no, man. Shout out to you guys, because of you guys, we're the reason why we're able to sit here and fucking review a movie. You know what I mean? So shout out to you guys, to the veterans out there. So yeah, with that being said, man, I love this movie, bro. This movie was fucking top fucking notch, bro. I'm giving this bitch a 10. This is a 10 out of 10 for me. This is my first 10 of the year.
This is my first 10 of the year.
With that being said, passing it to Hav.
I also really enjoyed this movie. I'm gonna be honest, I saw no trailers for this movie at all. I saw no trailers, no marketing, because this movie was very much under the radar. It was very unknown. I just knew about The Amateur and Drop were coming out. And to be honest, I was kind of indifferent on which one we would go see. I already was kind of like, I don't care which one we see this week, because I don't know, they can go either or. I'm indifferent. So when you guys threw in Warfare as an option, I again was indifferent, because I was just like, okay, like, I've heard good things about it. But sure, because like there was nothing this week that I was really looking forward to. So when you guys threw in the other contender, right, Warfare, I was indifferent about that one,
because we saw the trailer like in a movie theater. That's how we saw the trailer. We're like, yo, we gotta check that out. I forgot what movie it was.
I forgot what movie
anyway,
it was too.
No, I never saw a trailer or anything. I just saw like literally yesterday, literally Friday, I remembered going on like X and stuff, and everyone, like, there's a bunch of buzz because they had just come out, so there was already like interviews and stuff like that, but like I didn't see any trailers or anything. So I went into this movie pretty much blind. And so everything about the movie, I experienced it kind of like my raw reaction, because I had no trailer, no previous knowledge. And I was just kind of like, okay, let's watch this movie. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what it's going to be about. And by the end of the movie, I found myself really enjoying the movie. I thought it was really well done. I thought it was well acted. I liked how they realistically depicted how real warfare in the middle of an Iraq war, how it really was back then, because this took place in a
2006.
It took place in an encounter.
Iraq.
It was a November 19, 2006 encounter in the middle of the Battle of Ramadi during the Iraq War. And it's cool because you actually feel like you are there and you are experiencing it firsthand what war really is like. And I really like the sound design, not as far as like explosions or that you feel the gunshots, but the fact that there are people with headphones with radio sets trying to communicate, absolutely. And you hear the different voices in the real radio sets. You kind of have that ambiance of anxiety, of like pressure, of like not knowing what to do because some shit just went down. You don't know where to go. I really enjoyed all of that. I found myself really enjoying this movie. I think I would go watch this movie again. I think it had a great runtime, 95 minutes, awesome, great pacing, well acted. I think it is worth a movie ticket. I would go see it again, and I'm gonna give it a 9.
Okay, a 9. I forgot to do my thing. Yes, I think it's worth it. I say go to see. There's no Dolby, I guess, right? But yeah, I think it's worth a movie ticket, and I'd get a steelbook of it. Yes, I forgot to do my thing. But just question, how come a 9, girl?
Because
is there like an issue?
No
issues.
No. So the way that I usually rate movies, 8s to 10s are movies that are, in my opinion, great. They are great. They're masterpieces.
Okay.
They're fire, right? But I rank them in the sense of, like, 9 is very highly regarded. I have to give the movie props for its cinematography, its filmmaking, the acting, the writing, everything. It's all there.
Yeah.
But there's a reason, like, I have to give it a 9. I can't give it a 10 because I reserve the 10s for the movies that do all of that I just mentioned. Let me reword it. I reserve the score 10 out of 10 for the movies that do what movies that get 9 out of 10s do. Except the thing that gives it a 10 is that it leaves me with that feeling of like, bro, that's sort of like, I cannot believe I just saw that. That was super fire. Like, it left me with like an impact. I walked away being like, that movie's really good. It depicted like the reality of what war is during the height of the Iraq War accurately. It was well acted. It was really good. But I will admit, it didn't leave me leaving going like, bro, it blew me away. Yeah. You know, I reserve the 10s for movies that made me feel like that. You know what I mean? Which is why, like, there were no flaws, in my opinion. And I'm also not I'm not the kind of person who says, if there's no flaws, then I have to give it a 10 because it's perfect, it's flawless. No, to me, it's like I have to, because there has to be a separation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a 9 out of 10, a 10 out of 10. What depicts the difference? How can a movie that's 9 out of 10, why can't it be a 10? For example, and maybe you guys think about it differently. Do you guys take into account flaws when you give a movie a 9?
Yes. I personally do.
Really?
Yeah.
9?
So, like, for example,
if there was
you guys gave Nosferatu a 9.
Yes.
You see what I mean? Was there a certain like flaw or something that stood out that pumped it, that made it into a 9 and not a 10?
The thing that separates a 9 and 10 for me, for myself, right, is that something has to wow me, and like kind of like your feeling where like I left it and be like, yo, I can't believe I just watched.
Impacted.
I left impacted by this movie.
Blown
like, when
away.
I came out, I was like, yo, like that was like, like we were talking about it at length after we left the film. At length, we were talking about it, and it was the same. I had the same feeling like when I watched Dune 2. Like I was like, yo, I can't believe I just witnessed that. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, you see, so the feeling that I got watching Dune 2. That I didn't have that with Warfare.
That's why I understand it. But I know what you mean.
But the movie's still good. The movie's still fire. Like it does. Like it check marks all the boxes perfectly. So I have to give it a high rating. I can't be like it's an 8. It's a 7 because it's fire. It's way better than. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking.
I think I've done that before. Yeah. I've done that
because I'm looking at my list right now, and like Warfare by far is better than all the other movies that we've seen this year. So I have to give it a higher score. But because it didn't leave me with that impacted feeling, Mario, what you're describing for Dune Part 2 is why I give it a 9.
Yeah, that's why I knew what you meant. Because when I left Dune Part 2, dude, I left like, yo, like,
see what I mean?
I was like, what the fuck did I just watch? So I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I love to do the same with this one. It was in my mind like, yo, I wish I could watch it again. Like, no bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mostly do like both. Like I do it where like, okay, maybe there's an issue that I like, it's kind of like just out there, like I notice it, and then also feel. I've done that as well. Like, okay, you know what, I like this, but I'm not like super fucking impacted, but it's still fucking fire. Like I would still get a steelbook. Like, I think for Nosferatu, I think I said I'd get a steelbook or something. I can't remember. But with this one, I felt more impacted because I guess, for one, to be honest, maybe I think Mario and I were just maybe more interested in like the military war shit. I think, you know what I mean? Kind of like your thing is like fighting action type of movies. You know how like you're real passionate about shit like that? I think it's just that maybe low-key that also plays a factor, because maybe Mario and I were more passionate about that stuff. But also because I like the fact that it was an actual story. And like someone that lived it
is telling
and like was a co-director, co-writer, and they actually spoke to people that were involved to gather as much information. I think that and the fact that they captured what actual warfare is like is why I'm like, yo, this is phenomenal. Because some movies, when you watch shit like that, there's some things that happen. It's like, oh, it's kind of coincidence or whatever the fuck. It's not it's not really believable. Yeah. Like maybe some people, yo, he ran across the road. How the fuck he didn't get shot? Right? But you don't realize that the person shooting is 200 feet away. And like even shooting from 20 yards is difficult already. You know what I mean? Shit like that. That take it to even with the comms and stuff. I love the fucking comms and the audio design. And when they were showing the helicopter view and they were describing positions and you see the enemy moving. If like a regular casual watcher's watching that, they'll probably get bored of that. But for whatever reason, I was so immersed, bro. Like it was like for 10 minutes, I was like, yo, this is fucking lit. I love the comms. But like I said, could it be because you and I, Mario, we kind of fuck with more of that military?
I saw that
type of shit.
I thought
fire, bro.
No, I just thought to like the Call of Duty campaigns I would play, and you'll have the EC-130 mission.
Dude, I'm thinking of like Ghost Recon, bro.
Well, that too, yeah.
I'm thinking of Ghost Recon when I saw this shit. I'm like, yo, this is like fucking fire. But anyway.
That's what. That's everything, right?
That's everything, man.
That's our review for Warfare.
Hob gave it a 9. Mario and I give it a 10, man. For Mario and I, first 10, right?
It's our first
of the year.
We might be giving another one real soon. Well, you guys will.
Sinners, maybe.
Sinners, dude. It's next week, right?
Reviews for that?
I think so.
Reviews for that?
What? Yeah, I'm not surprised, bro. It's Ryan Coogler.
You surprised.
It's Ryan Coogler, cowgirl.
That could be another 10. But anyway, go check out Warfare, guys. It's phenomenal. And who knows? I'm pretty sure The Amateur and Drop are good movies too. Yeah, we'll see, or let us know if you guys saw that. You know. But anyway, moving on to fucking the video game news. Okay,
so speaking of shit that broke out today, Saturday, Bungie's new game, quote unquote new game, was showcased today. Marathon is their new game that was based on one of their old school games, right? From like the what?
Mid-90s. 94, 95, and 96. It was 3 games.
So it's going to be it's 3?
3 games.
Oh, shit. So it's going to be...
3?
Yes.
Damn, I thought
it's going to be a 3-player co-op extraction shooter. So nothing new, but it's their take on it. It's kind of like setting this futuristic where you're like, you're playing as someone who basically sacrificed their human form, and you chose to sacrifice your human form to be like this like robotic exosuit where you have like special abilities and shit, right? So it's coming to PS5, Xbox, and PC. And here's the thing. This is a multiplayer game, right? You're going to have to pay for it. It's not going to be $70 from what they said. They're going to announce it later in the summer. Right. But it will be a premium title, which means when they say premium title, it means you have to pay for it. Yeah. So who knows? Me and Hector were kind of talking about it already. Like I asked him, like, "Yo, how much would you pay for it?" So let me ask you, Hob, how much would you pay for this game?
Or if you're even interested.
To be honest,
are you interested first of all?
Because he hasn't given us sides yet.
Not really. I mean, when we all watched the gameplay overview. Yeah. Right now, before we recorded. Just so we could prepare our thoughts and talk about it here. And to be honest with you, bro. The only interesting thing I took away from the game was the art style, because how different it looked. Because it doesn't look like Halo, it doesn't look like Destiny. It's its own unique art style, and that's really cool. However, I don't know if it interested me.
Okay.
Simply because it's like you're playing as robot people, and it's like maybe I'm just thinking back to
if it wasn't a multiplayer game. Let's say it was a single player narrative game. Would you be interested then?
Well, I mean, if it were that,
Just a hypothetical. It's hypothetical.
right? No. But if it was that,
With this art style and
right. No, I know what you mean. If it was that Mario, it would be a completely different game. So even if I said, "Oh yeah, definitely," it's not fair because the game that we're being presented now and a linear narrative game will not play the same. Like it's not a 3v3 extraction map, 3-lane map sort of deal where like we have to go and like retrieve the data and go back. Like the gameplay would be super different. Like it would be more like a Last of Us.
Well, I'm not saying like would you give it a shot then if it was just a single player thing?
I mean,
just completely.
If it was from Bungie, hell yeah.
Right.
Oh, I would absolutely because I mean they're the guys that gave us Destiny and Halo.
Yeah, I saw the gameplay and I'm just like, damn, this seems like a really cool universe. Like, why the fuck did they do a multiplayer?
That is true.
Game?
That is
I'm like,
true.
this looks
that
cool.
Is
like,
true.
I feel like there's like I feel like there's like a really good like single player game in that bitch. But they chose to do a multiplayer extraction shooter because,
and to be honest, like even like you play as robot people and the guns look super futuristic. It gave me vibes from Infinite Warfare. From years ago, the Infinity Ward Call of Duty game where it was set in the future and like
game had from what I never played it, but I heard that game had a really good campaign.
The campaign I heard was fire.
Yeah, I heard it's a really. Good
I heard it got cooked by fans because it's like Fast and Furious, right? It was the Call of Duty game that took them to space. Yeah. But if people who actually gave the campaign a shot was fire. People said it was fire.
It was really
but the multiplayer was shitted on. The zombies was not good. Like just that whole game was not well received. So looking at the game, it looked like to me Infinite Warfare with a different art style skin on it. Which is kind of, and then the fact, and I'm with you, Mario. The fact that it's just a multiplayer game is also what turns me off about it because it's going to be like, oh, so like it's just going to be the same thing over and over and over again with updates down the road. Yeah. They'll probably add new game modes, maybe new maps.
There's plans for post-support launch with new maps, weapons, characters, and more. They're gonna have ranked play, end-game challenges, seasonal storytelling, secrets to discover, community events, all in Season 1 with more content coming. It'll also be cross-play and cross-save, and it's coming out September 23rd.
Right. And because it's Bungie we're talking about, and they're the ones that gave us Destiny, which is arguably the first and probably one of the biggest live service games that we've ever gotten.
Yeah, D1 was huge. D1 was big.
They're going to make this one into another live service. I mean, you heard it right there in our Season 1 package, which means there's going to be more to come.
I don't think it's going to be like
Destiny.
Yeah, I like the success. I don't think it's going to reach the success as Destiny.
Oh, okay.
Because of that, because Destiny not only was it live service, but it also had a narrative.
Exactly.
Yeah. Versus here,
there's no narrative.
No, it's an extraction shooter.
Well, they said technically they said the data that you extract, the whole because it's an extraction shooter. The thing that you are extracting is data from one point of the map and retrieving it back to your base, and that data will contain elements of story that builds onto the story of Marathon. Now I remember,
but that's risky, bro. I feel like that's risky. Why are you holding the story back in like that?
You know, it's
one of those
interesting though.
Like your story, you know how fire your story has to be hot, but for me to replay a match of whatever the fuck you call this over and over again.
Well, that leads to hopefully the gameplay being good.
I mean, one thing I know is like as an avid like Destiny, I grinded the fuck out of Destiny 1. Same with Destiny 2, right? Mm-hmm. But not as much as D1. I know Bungie will hit it out of the park when it comes to gameplay. I know the gameplay is going to be fun and enjoyable.
It's very
actually it looks
everything else I'm worried about. Oh, I know. I saw some of the scopes. When a sniper, I go, bro, that looks like the LDR. I was like, what the fuck?
That's another thing too, is that because it's another first-person shooter made by Bungie, who already made Destiny, I can't help but to depict the difference. Like you guys said, it looks very similar. The only difference is the art style,
which is fire.
And so it is fire. But to me, it's like, damn, it just kind of feels like the same thing. And to be honest, would I find myself having more fun playing Marathon or just reinstalling Destiny 2? Honestly, I think I'd find more fun playing Destiny 2.
I think it's the game mode. It's an extraction shooter. So have you played Escape from Tarkov?
Never heard of it.
DMZ, like Warzone.
I've heard of that.
So, I mean, okay, are you familiar with since you saw the video, what do you think of that? What do you think of the genre, the extraction shooter?
I mean, it feels like a game mode that I've played on COD before.
So probably DMZ.
Probably DMZ.
You're probably talking about DMZ then.
I don't know what that is,
but
sure.
It's what that is. That's what this is.
DMZ is the what Call of Duty which was that?
I think
3?
that was 3.
Modern Warfare 3?
I think it was 3. Yeah.
Oh, then I never played Modern Warfare 3.
Oh, then well,
I can Google it.
because I think that was the first COD that had that. I could be wrong on that. But yeah, essentially you are put in this world. It's kind of semi-open world. It's PvP.
Oh no, it was
PvE.
Modern Warfare 2.
Oh, Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah,
okay, so
Modern
maybe
Warfare
how
2.
I played it. And like what they said, you are there to loot. Either you might run into people, you might run into maybe other enemies that are part of the environment. You take loot and you got to extract, and that's how you take your loot with you. If you die permanently, girl. Well, yeah, you die permanently and you lose your loot. And it's kind of a different type of genre. And based on that, Hav, what do you think of, like, is that something that you would play, check out, maybe not? Like,
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not, just because it's like you have to go and loot something, and like I don't know if looting. It just at that point, I'd rather play Warzone. I'd rather just play like some like a battle royale game if I want to loot something. Because when you die, it's up for grabs. That sounds very Warzone. That sounds very scavenger perk of Call of Duty multiplayer. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So there's nothing quite unique about it that makes me go, oh, I gotta check it out.
Well, there's other extraction shooters. Sure, I don't think the genre is. I don't think it's supposed to be unique. But I think. I don't know, Mario, is there like a hub for Escape from Tarkov? Like, wouldn't it be cool?
Is there a hub? No, I don't think there's
Wouldn't
a
it be
hub.
cool if Bungie did what they did with Destiny? They bring it to Marathon, where in Destiny you have this hub, and like you control your character and shit. What if they brought that to Marathon, and then you could actually just interact with people and stuff, and look at your vault, and you have all your loot from your runs and stuff?
Yeah,
like, wouldn't that be really cool? I feel like that's that's what I'm thinking of. Okay, it's Bungie. Maybe they can implement that.
I don't. From what we saw, they're not doing that.
From Tarkov, from what I remember from Tarkov, they don't have that.
No, they don't.
And it's just like, okay, you're about to load in a match. Here's your guy. Now put your loot in your backpack or whatever. That's how it is. I'm thinking, what if they make it more interesting and they incorporate that hub world? What is it called again? I forgot.
The tower.
The tower. Yeah, sure. Or is it? I could have sworn it was called something else. Like a broader term. It's not Crucible. Crucible. That's
multiplayer.
That's multiplayer.
The tower is where everyone meets up.
Yeah. So like essentially that base thing.
Yeah.
What if they did that, man? And like
maybe they thought about
whenever
it.
you do loot, like they said, there's going to be some small things here and there that kind of expands on the narrative and the story. Wouldn't it be cool that once you loot that and you extract, you have like this area for yourself, like this hub world, where you can see your loot and your character, obviously, and you could see all of the data you collected, and you could maybe consume the lore that way. You know, I feel like that would be pretty cool. As for the extraction shooter, like that game mode, personally, I think it's pretty cool. I think it kind of gives you incentive of trying not to die, and you could kind of almost role play in a way where my life matters. Like, let's go, boys. We gotta get comms. I'm not losing my loot, and there's that adrenaline rush where you find something badass, like, yo, I can't die, bro.
Yeah,
I can't die, or else they're gonna steal my shit. So I do. For me personally, I think it did kind of grab my attention. You know what? I like it. It's Bungie. I like the art style. Let's see what happens. You know what's interesting? I actually looked this up because I wanted to see, okay, interesting that they're transforming Marathon into an extraction shooter. And as we know, Marathon is like one of the first games that Bungie's ever made back then. So apparently those original games are not extraction shooters.
Oh, they're not.
They're first-person shooters that focus on narrative, exploration, and puzzle solving. So that's really interesting. And the reason why I thought there were only two was because it's Marathon, then Marathon 2. And then the third game is not even called Marathon 3. It's Marathon Infinity. So that's interesting. So isn't it kind of like interesting that they decided, you know what, we're going to kind of abandon this world or this universe maybe that they built, like this lore, and kind of just... It's like a reboot, essentially.
It could be. I mean, I wouldn't be
it
surprised.
makes sense, dude.
You know?
It makes sense. That shit was years ago.
We're in that is true. That is true. But also, I just feel like we're just in this generation of games now where it's all about live service and battle passes and getting people to pay every few months for a new season and having to come back with new modes and like all that shit. It's just that now we're in the generation where that's just been blowing up as much as whatever your feelings are towards the live service model, like whether you like it or not. It's just kind of the generation we're in. So Bungie probably just said, hey, let's go revive that old franchise that we did. Yeah, that one.
And
No,
reboot it.
no, not Halo. The one before that.
Yeah.
It's one of those things like they pull it off the shelf and they blew the dust off. Like, oh yeah, let's reboot this, but let's make it into a live service thing because that's what's popping right now. This will make us more money.
Yeah. Do you think it's because this is kind of interesting question. Do you think that they're maybe trying to chase and kind of replicate the success of Fortnite, which is like a live service game that did crazy numbers, and maybe everyone is like want a cake of that, bro? Because after Fortnite, Warzone,
I know,
popped up
because of Fortnite. Let's be real. Let's be real. Because of Fortnite, and that shit blew the fuck up, and that was like a top competitor with Fortnite.
Yeah.
And that's a live service. Do you think maybe these publishers and the people in the suits want to, I guess, want something like that? For example, another one I could think of that took everybody by storm and was doing crazy numbers and it was extremely addicting, Marvel Rivals.
Yeah.
That's another one. That's another live service hero shooter, Overwatch like type of game. So, do you think that maybe that's what's maybe kind of influencing these people?
that's what every game's trying to capture.
That's what every dev, every studio that takes a shot.
They
at
want that next
they're
game.
hoping that their game is that next one.
I forgot to mention Apex Legends. Remember that?
Apex
that came after Fortnite.
Yeah, but now
as well.
I heard that game's starting to dwindle now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Well, either way, well, you know.
Yeah, but what's it called? The thing is like the things that these people, these studios or these execs don't realize is the time gap in between these games. Like after Warzone, what was the next battle royale that popped the fuck off? Like Warzone and Fortnite. Now, first of all, one thing's first. Nothing will ever replicate Fortnite, in my opinion.
Fortnite, yeah.
Fortnite was a one of a kind.
Fortnite's still
thing.
pretty damn big,
and
right
it's
now.
still big. But the peak Fortnite, it will never be replicated. All right, let's just admit that right now. So let's say peak Warzone. Can they replicate that?
I think studios Warzone was extremely close.
Extremely close, but I would say like Marvel Rivals has been the closest thing to like Warzone and Fortnite in the longest time. But look when that game came out. It barely came out this past year, bro. And that's the thing. It's very hard to actually hit on it. That's why there's a lot of these live service models that these games try to do and replicate. They usually fail in the first year. Like that one, what's it called? The fucking Suicide Squad. That was one of them. Yeah. Fucking that one shooter that I reported the news on that they shut down. They tried doing the live service.
Oh yeah, Spectre.
That one they tried doing it, but they failed. Even though I think
Concord.
I forget. Oh,
Concord didn't even last a day.
Yeah, I was gonna say Concord didn't even last a week. I think. Yeah, and they shut down. Like it's very hard to do it, and it's a big risk to do it. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Personally, man, I'm just tired of it.
I'm tired of it too. I'm tired of it.
I think I'm tired of it. Burnt out, man.
Because I don't know. We said this on. Oh no, I did actually right now. Like there's a linear ass game, single player game. Maybe not linear, but a single player game within Marathon, right? And it looks really cool. And I would much rather play that than an extraction shooter. If I'm being honest with you, and I would pay full price for that.
Okay, now let's. What if Marathon brings the Bungie formula? We're like what I just explained.
I think they did that on purpose, bro. Because like if they put that in, they're like, oh, so you just made an extraction shooter, but made it Destiny, but in such an extraction.
But would that like I guess be more intriguing for you?
Nah,
to play an extraction shooter?
Because what I just said, I would be saying, it's like, bro, they literally just brought aspects from Destiny and just imported it to this.
Okay.
And I'm just like, no, I'm like, it's still a multiplayer shooter in its core. Yeah. They just brought a hub. Like, all right, cool.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely agree that we're in the era, man, where live service and remasters and remakes are taking over the gaming industry.
Yeah.
And that is something that I hate, man. I really fucking hate that, man. Yeah. And that is why it's super refreshing when you play newer games. Like I could think of Atomfall. Atomfall was a new IP. I'm like, yo, I had a fun time with that. There's some other games as well that are brand new. I know, like for example, Schedule 1, like that indie game that came out on Steam, a solo dev, and it blew up. And apparently it's really fun. I actually want to check it out. And it just shows like examples of those indie games doing well. Like even that other game, Blueprints, a lot of people are talking about.
Yeah, I played it. Yeah,
it just shows that people want new shit, man. People want games and new shit. Fuck, like why are we remastering everything, remaking everything, and why does everything have to be live service? You know, just make new shit. And I'm just tired with that era, man.
Do you believe when a studio says we're gonna make a new game, off rip, it's gonna be live service? Just know that going ahead of time. Like that's the first thing they pitch to like the publisher. Let's say, right? Hey, we want to make a new game. It's going to be a live service, and then they go on. They explain what the game's going to be about and the art style. But first and foremost, it is a live service game. Do you believe that game is doomed from the start, wanting to be a live service? Now, the reason
I wouldn't say it's not doomed from the start.
You think so?
I wouldn't.
I would say because we've had you guys just dropped a few games that.
That's very true, man.
That have flopped or have straight up shut down, or studios have even been shut down.
Like even X-Defiant shutting down this summer.
You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where it's like you guys want to go and chase the clout of what this model is providing for these games. That when you make a game surrounded on the idea that it's a live service, I think you're kind of dooming yourself from the start, because now you are limited to what you can do.
Yeah.
Live service games can only be so many things. I have never heard, actually that'd be interesting. I've never heard of a single player linear game that's a live service.
How would that even work?
I don't know how that would work.
Exactly. Yeah. How would it work? It can't work.
No.
Think about it. So if you want it to be a live service, immediately it has to be a multiplayer game, it has to be crossplay, and it has to be some sort of shooter.
And free to play.
Like Fragpunk came out. How long? I wonder how long that's gonna last.
See what I mean?
I mean, it's coming out. They're gonna get a boost because it's coming out on console.
But no, what it is, man, is that they're trying to chase that. They're trying to create a cash cow, man.
Yeah.
Like, because Fortnite has been around, the success of Fortnite, and then Warzone. When you have a successful live service game, dude, it brings in money.
Yeah.
So much fucking money. And that's what these people are trying to do.
Yeah.
Now, for Bungie to obviously it's a big deal because, hey, they're rebooting, I guess, Marathon. Because, dude, the art style with Marathon, the OG Marathon and the new Marathon is completely different, bro. A lot of people were upset about that, actually. Wow. People were upset. But me personally, I never played the OG Marathon game, so I didn't really have much to say other than that the new Marathon actually looks really fucking cool. Mm-hmm. But will it work? Will it be popping? Will it be the next big thing as Destiny or whatever? I'm not sure, man. I don't know. I don't know. And the fact that we're going to have to pay for it, I don't think it's going to meet the same fate as Concord, because when Concord when that was a thing, it was $40.
Yeah,
and that is
there's no way to do 40, bro. There's no.
And that is what killed it. Yeah. That is what killed Concord. Is the price tag. Nobody fucking played. I think they peaked at 10,000 viewers, bro.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, man. It's like I said, viewers, players. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But because it's Bungie, and because Marathon was already established IP, I don't think Bungie will have. I don't think Marathon will have the same fate as Concord. Because of that, because of the branding, because it's fucking Bungie, man, and it's already like people know what Marathon is, at least older folks. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I don't know. Well, I gotta see, man. I gotta see the price. Okay. If it's $30, man. If it's $40, I'm away for sale. I'm be like, you know what?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not dying to fucking play it. If it's $20, I'll be like,
I'll be like, all right, bet.
I'll fucking check it out.
I think 20 will be is like the perfect price tag for them, but I have a feeling it's gonna be 30, dude.
Because I do like the idea of it's an extraction shooter, but they're also gonna be a narrative. Mm-hmm. I'm just curious of that aspect, of that element. I want to explore more into that and see how that would work, because I've personally never experienced anything like that. I mean, because I always ask Mario, because Mario has played Escape from Tarkov. Does Escape from Tarkov have that?
A narrative?
Yeah, like
not that I know of.
No, it's just like, okay,
I could be wrong, but not that I know of.
So anyway.
I have a question. I have a question that I just thought of. How would you guys feel? I think I already know the answer to this. How would you guys feel if when GTA 6 comes out, and just like GTA 5, they launch GTA Online, not on launch when GTA 6 comes out, but like later? What if they launch GTA Online for GTA 6, right? Like later after it's been launched?
Yeah.
And they announced that to be live service model.
I mean, I expected. Honestly, well, I don't think there'll be a battle pass. I think they're legitimately just going to copy what they did for GTA 5, because that was already making.
Well, technically, GTA Online.
That's what I'm saying.
It's already live service.
It's already live service. They're just going to copy and paste it, bro. Yeah. Maybe they might do a couple things different that are a little bit unique, but like it was. I don't think they have a battle pass, but they make so much money off of shark cards. It's insane. They're just
dude,
gonna import.
They
that.
make so much money that every DLC that was released is free.
Yeah.
Every DLC, and I won't lie, some of the DLC is actually pretty cool that they add. It's free. Why? Dude, because they make so much fucking money. Without a doubt, GTA 6 will have a GTA Online. Will it? They most likely will shut down the GTA 5 servers, and then obviously everyone was transitioned over to GTA 6. But who knows? They did that with the PS3 version of GTA Online. They shut that down immediately once GTA 4 came to PS4 and Xbox One. But you know what's actually the dynamic is kind of different now because a lot of people still don't have PS5s. So when you cut out that's going to cut a huge chunk of like money if they decide to shut down GTA 5 Online or whatever immediately when GTA 6 Online launches. They're going to lose a lot of money because I'm pretty sure they're well aware that not many people have a PS5 yet. You know, isn't that kind of crazy that the generation is almost over? We're already at we're close at the finish line. And yet, many people still do not have a PS5, and many games are coming out for the PS4 and PS5.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm gonna be real, man. I'm kind of over it, man. I'm kind of over it. Just let's transition over to PS5, guys. So yeah, I don't think they're gonna immediately shut it down. But here's the thing: what if they do it completely different? What if they do just GTA Online and it's a separate thing, and maybe you can?
Oh, I know what you mean.
And maybe you can just access GTA 6 servers and GTA 5 servers.
Like how
idea.
like how they did Warzone as its own thing.
Yes, exactly. What they did with Warzone. Warzone is its own thing.
Like you could download it for free, but if you wanted Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 6, you had to buy it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
What if GTA did that? That'd be interesting.
Well, I mean, it would. Yeah, I mean, it would definitely help in the divide of like people who just want to play nothing but online because they don't care about the story.
That's very true.
People who just want to have the gameplay loop of the story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know Call of Duty, like now COD, bro, is just COD. Like I don't know if you guys, it's just Call of Duty because now all the games and stuff is all in
COD
one
HQ.
Yeah, it's all like in one hub and shit like that.
I hate that, bro. I don't like that shit.
Yeah, it's weird.
I personally don't like it.
But maybe they would probably have to do something like that.
Actually, Assassin's Creed is like that now. I don't know if you noticed.
Dude,
Did you see that?
When I booted up AC Shadows,
Yeah.
I was confused. I was like, why is it showing me
Mirage, Valhalla,
the past
yeah.
Assassins?
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
That's what that is. So like if you have the game digitally, and I guess if you click it, maybe it'll launch and then it'll take your save files and stuff like that. I think it works like that.
Yeah, because
I saw that. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I was like, what the fuck?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, hey, who knows? Maybe Far Cry might start doing that shit, bro. But anyway, the amount of Far Cry games there are. But anyway, I think that's it for Marathon. Is that all of our thoughts? Is that fair enough?
That's pretty much, pretty much.
Cool.
I mean, I have nothing else to say about it.
What's
All
next?
right, so going from that big news to a little tiny one. Ubisoft is developing a new turn-based tactics game in the Rainbow Six universe. It's going to be similar to like SOCOM. So it's going to be like top down. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Not SOCOM.
Halo Wars.
XCOM, my dumbass. XCOM.
And Halo
I said
Wars, yeah.
SOCOM because like I don't. You know SOCOM?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
The one with the what is it? The yellow.
Navy SEAL?
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that, bro.
That goes way back.
Yeah, I know. That's
PS3.
that's PS2. What you mean?
And PS2.
Yeah, that's
right.
OG shit right there. But no, it's gonna be similar to XCOM, where it's like top-down camera, and it's supposed to be like it's gonna have the operators from the game, and it's gonna be basically like Siege. It's gonna be rescue the hostage.
You know,
situations like
I'm
that.
not really a fan of Rainbow Six Siege, man. I think I might be in the minority, man. I think it's just too slow of a pace for me. I don't know.
I love it, man.
Maybe I should give it a shot again. But I don't know. But okay, Mario, you as a Rainbow Six fan, what do you think of that?
Is it
Is that
turn-based?
cool? Yeah, is that cool? Is that something
I mean,
you
it's
check out?
unique, but like I from what I'm seeing, I don't know how well it's gonna do. If I'm being honest with you. If I'm being honest, but if it looks cool, maybe I'll check it out. Hopefully, it's free. I highly doubt it.
I know.
highly
Probably
doubt
not.
it.
What about you, Hav? What do you think about Rainbow Six?
I don't think I've ever played it. I don't think I've ever given it a shot. It's one of those games where I've heard every single one of my friends talk about it.
Yeah.
Every now and then I would just hear like chatter about it, but I'm just like, what do you think? It's like, I play COD. Nah, man. What the fuck?
Well, Rainbow Six, that's another live service.
Yeah.
Like a PvP shit.
Yeah.
I've played Rainbow Six on like the original Xbox and PS2 where it was like COD, like a linear story.
Yeah, I know, man. I missed that.
So when Rainbow Six Siege this is crazy. When that was announced, I was hyped. I'm like, yo,
Yeah,
okay,
remember?
bet. And they said it's gonna be live service, PvP, 4v4, or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
That's where I lost me. I'm
You're like,
really?
I know
man?
what you mean. That first trailer was fire.
And dude,
though.
it was. And dude, and because of the success of of Rainbow Six.
Yeah,
Siege.
it's one of the Ubisoft.
That's it. Rainbow Six, the stories and shit are gone. That's it. Everything's being focused on Rainbow Six. DLC expansions. We had a Rainbow Six Extraction, which flopped and it wasn't great.
It wasn't good.
So I really want another Rainbow Six game. But like an actual,
but like linear.
Story.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
you know, because what the fuck. But
I know what you mean.
They don't have why because it's popping. They're making money,
and it's one of their best IPs. It's one of the best
and that's what happens, man. That's what happens. Unfortunately, is when it's popping and it's making money, live service, bro. You're probably never gonna see another fucking linear narrative game, and I want that though.
I know. All right, moving on. Moving on from that to Nintendo. This is gonna piss off Hector.
Oh, what is it?
Nintendo Switch 2 won't have any achievements. Won't have any achievements. So they asked the VP of Nintendo, what's his name? Bill Trendon. Yeah. I'm butchering the last name, but he asked in an interview, like, will the Switch 2 have achievements? He flat out, in quotes, said nope.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, does the first Switch have that?
I don't think so either. From what I read from the article. No, right?
No,
it doesn't.
I feel like they should, man.
And then he also talked about why the Nintendo Switch 2 is so expensive.
Oh my god, this is a topic of its own, right?
Yeah, he said number one is in that same interview, same dude, right? Number one, Are you talking about
the Nintendo boss?
No, this is the VP, Nintendo's VP of Player and Product Experience.
Do you know his name?
Bill, I just said it right now. Bill Trennan?
Okay.
Bill Trine?
Okay.
I don't know how you say the last name, bro. But that's that. He said, number one, we unfortunately are living in an era where I think inflation is affecting everything, and it's affecting everything from day-to-day prices. It's affecting technology and things of that nature. I think we're also seeing smart devices now. I wish they were not nearly as expensive as they are. They're certainly a lot more expensive than they were when they originally came out in the mid-2000s. So as you add more technology into the system, especially in this day and age, that drives up additional costs. He also added that, like, obviously the features in the Switch 2 also drove the price up. And then later, he also commented on the Nintendo 2 Switch games. He said, the price of video games has been very stable for a very long time. I actually have an ad on my phone that I found from 1993 when Donkey Kong Country released on the SNES at $59. That's a very, very long time where pricing on games has been very stable, and so obviously it will be great if we didn't live in an era where when everything is getting more expensive. So that's the reality of it. And so he's basically saying, like, he's basically blaming it on inflation and like.
No, and then, like, with the Mario Kart game, I saw other information where he just said, like, oh, it's like, if like he feels that the game's valued at $90 or $80. Mm-hmm. And I disagree. Here, I don't like that approach. I disagree with that. With the whole inflation, everything's expensive, we got to raise the prices. Bro, who gives a fuck, man? Because if they still sold it at $60 or $70, they're still making multi-millions, maybe billions. Mm-hmm. So who, bro, fuck you, man. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah, I agree.
Oh my God, inflation, bro. We got to raise the prices. Bro, you're still making multi-millions of dollars, bro.
Yeah.
You're still cracking billions of dollars. Even if you just put this bitch at 60, 70, you're still doing those numbers, man. So, like, that's just greed. I personally don't agree with that, man. I think that's bullshit. Like, yo, you're whatever,
He's
bro.
want more money, bro.
Inflation, whatever. Oh my God, Mario Kart definitely has its value, $80. Man, fuck you, bro. Yeah, right.
I know what you mean.
Fuck that. That's I disagree with that.
And it fucking sucks, man. I feel bad.
And then so I thought you were gonna talk about something else. Do you have more about Nintendo?
The only thing I have other than this is that pre-orders in Canada got delayed.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have something for Nintendo that he didn't read?
I do.
Okay, go ahead. I want to bring it up.
Do you know what I'm going to say?
Hopefully.
Are y'all cousins?
You know what I'm about to say?
Oh, yeah.
Because I have strong opinions about this. And I'm just wondering
if the news I'm about to read is what you're thinking of. So the news that I have is coming from Nintendo boss Doug Bowser.
Are y'all cousins?
Well, let me finish it. Right. And he is basically addressing the price for the Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh my God! Yes, this is it. Right?
Okay, so yeah, we're cousins.
Oh, yeah.
So
he said it nonchalantly.
So the quote that he provided is when asked about the Nintendo Switch 2 price at $450 for a standalone console, he said, "quote Some people may not be able to afford it. That's why we wanted to make the other Switch platform is available."
You didn't see this, Mario?
No, I did not see that. I swear to God.
So basically what he is saying is if gamers cannot afford the new Switch, they can just go and buy their old Switch models, the Switch OLED, the Switch OG,
Isn't
the
that-
Switch Lite.
Mario,
Now,
But they're not.
isn't
gonna
that
release.
oddly familiar? Isn't that oddly familiar?
see,
Mario?
now, this is why we're cousins, because what he's about to say, I just pulled up too.
Go ahead, Off.
So a lot of gamers were upset with Doug Bowser's comments about the price for the Nintendo Switch, and it prompted a lot of gamers to bring up a similar interaction between Jeff Keighley and at the time,
The head of Xbox.
I
forgot his name.
President of the interactive entertainment business at Microsoft in 2010 to 2013, and the guy's name was Don Matrick. So Don Matrick was doing an interview with Jeff Keighley, who's the guy who like hosts the Game Awards, you know, that guy. And this was just at E3 2013, shortly after revealing to the world, the Xbox One, an all-in-one console that would provide games, television, movies, and a bunch of other shit, right? And there were a lot, and at the time, while it was not revealed what the price would be, it was long rumored for months before the reveal of the Xbox One was before it got revealed. It was rumored for months. Like there was a lot of whispers that it would be an always on console, meaning that it would require an internet connection at all times in order to to use the Xbox, which gamers were like, fuck that. So when Jeff Keighley did an interview with Don Matrick about the supposed comments, and I think they even somewhat confirmed it, that it was going to be always on.
No, it was confirmed. That was part of their presentation.
So when it was confirmed and they asked, like, well, what do you think would happen? Like, what would you say to gamers who probably can't access internet, like who doesn't have internet connection or doesn't have good internet? Like, what do you say to the consumers who would want to buy your console but doesn't have good internet connection, does not have access to internet connection? And I don't have the exact quote, but he basically said, well, at that point, buy an Xbox 360.
No, he says, dude, I saw this live, bro. I saw this live. Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, we have something for that for the people that can't afford it, and that's called the Xbox 360. And he does like a smirk at him, and then Jeff Keighley, dude, he's like shocked. If you watch the video, he's like, oh, like so he was like kind of stunned that he said that. Bro, oh my fucking God, man. And listen, because of that, because Xbox One at the time was $100 more than a PS4, the whole online shit, you couldn't share used games, all this bullshit, right? And that smirky remark, if you watch the video, bro, he was a bitch.
I saw it.
About it, yeah.
I saw it.
He was a bitch about it. Bro, that dude, when I saw that live, bro, I was pissed, bro. I'm like, yo, fuck this guy, man. And that's why I got the PS4, remember? I got it in 2014, my PS4. Mm-hmm. And ever since then, I switched. Because of that incident, PlayStation steamrolled Xbox. Yeah. This is the moment in Xbox career in history where they lost momentum in the console war. This very moment. And look at them. Look at Xbox now.
They're
look what they're doing, man. Yeah, it's over. And that was a start. That was the beginning of it. So it pisses me off that Nintendo is basically saying the same thing. But what pisses me off even more
is that they're going to
is that they will not have the similar fate as Xbox.
Yep.
Because there is no other competition. With Xbox, there was PlayStation. Oh, head to head, there was a competition.
Yeah.
With Nintendo, there's no one else that's competing with them. And Nintendo fanboys are fucking crazy, man. They'll pay those prices, man. Mm-hmm. We have a personal friend that said, "Hey, those prices are fucking crazy, but hey, it's fucking Mario though.
It's a new Mario Kart.
I gotta get it." Yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
Real quick, I don't want to interrupt you, but last week we had a news pod. We were talking about the Switch 2, and I briefly mentioned a friend of mine from work who I also talked about with the Switch 2. So earlier this week, I had told, he was like, "Hey man, I just, because he didn't watch the direct, he didn't watch the live stream." He came up to me at work earlier this week and he was like, "Hey man, I actually sat down and finally watched the whole direct live stream, and I saw the details that they showed about the new Mario Kart game, bro. It's fire. It's just lit." And I was like, "No, yeah, man, it looks really cool, but I'm just I don't know how I feel about that $80 price tag." His quote, word for word, he was like, "Nah, Hav, that shit could be $100. I'm still buying that."
You see what I mean? Do you see what I mean, bro? I don't know what it is. I don't get it. Mario, I'm like, I don't understand.
No, that's wild, bro.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't understand. These guys are dick riding Nintendo, bro.
Yeah.
Slobbering on their nuts, bro. I don't get it. I really don't understand, man. And that's what pisses me off the most is that fucking Nintendo is saying this bullshit.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna face no consequences, man.
I know.
Xbox did it. And they faced the consequences, man. They definitely faced it, man. Definitely. But Nintendo, they're not going to, man. And I think that's what pisses me off more. It's like, dude, are you kidding me, man? You Nintendo fanboys, wake the fuck up, man. This is crazy. Like,
I don't know.
The relationship between a Nintendo fanboy and Nintendo reminds me of like those e-girls making their man kneel for them and shit, and like and spit on them and shit, and like, yo, lick my fucking shoe. Yes, master, I will lick your shoe. Like that's what it reminds me of, man.
Spend $100.
That's fucking insane, man.
Mm-hmm. Nah, fuck that.
Hey, my bad. I guess I'm more passionate about this than y'all, man. This is crazy work. This is crazy work because it's gonna affect the industry, man.
Oh, I know. That's why I'm not like. It's kind of like I already accepted. I'm like, man, it's gonna affect my game.
I promise you, man. If there was another competitor, man,
they wouldn't do it.
Here's the thing: people could maybe bring up the Steam Deck, or maybe there's another handheld, bro. That's also really popular. What's it called? A Legion?
I don't know.
I forgot what it's called. And those are more pricey, unfortunately. They are more pricey. And now, can you get a Steam Deck about the same price as a Nintendo? Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. But dude, it's just the fact that Nintendo has built this brand,
and they don't really.
It's the characters,
but they just don't have the market value of the Switch.
No, man, no, definitely not, dude. Definitely not.
Fucking the Steam version, like it's good, and I'll tell you right now, get that over a Switch too. Yeah. But like, you just
do you think when Nintendo Switch was released, bro? For whatever reason, I've always had this idea of Nintendo and the Nintendo Switch. It seemed like it was more catered to kids.
Yeah.
At least that's how I thought.
That's what I thought.
Majority of people that have Nintendo Switches, at least in my world, people that I've seen are like are children. Majority of the time. Mm-hmm. I know you guys got your Switches and stuff, but like I don't know. I always thought like the Switch was.
No, I know. Even when I bought it,
I knew. That's only because at the time it was cheaper than a PS5 and an Xbox.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
And the kids are not old enough to give a fuck about exclusive games and
that's true.
Live service games like we do.
Yeah.
So it's easy to just buy them a Switch and be like, here, play some Mario.
You know what I mean? I'll tell your friend to go fuck himself. It could be $100 not gonna do.
Dude, you could just tell him yourself. He listens to us.
Oh, did I?
No, I'm kidding. He doesn't. He doesn't. That's funny. That's funny.
Listen,
imagine if he did though, and he commented. No, I'm kidding. He doesn't.
I'm a girl. I don't care, bro. I really do not care. I'll be like, yo, you crazy, bro. Yo,
you wild.
Honestly, bro, if there was a Mario keychain, bro, I'd pay $100 for that. Like that's what these guys are going to that level, man.
I know.
Like fuck. And no, another thing that pissed me off, man, because what? No way, Hector. How are you pissed, man? Like after all this, right? Mm-hmm. They announced the Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild with DLC.
Yeah,
it's releasing on the Switch 2.
The Switch 2 edition.
Switch 2. And it's priced at what was it, Mario? $90.
I'm sure like that. Yeah.
$90.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's for real.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild, bro.
It's for real.
I don't know how many years old.
Let me see.
DLC. That's fucking.
Let me see.
Well, that's why, because it has DLC. It's a bundle, girl.
No. Wait, is it a bundle or is it just a DLC?
So it says right here. This was reported by Forbes. So I don't.
Oh yeah, it's reps.
Nintendo says Switch 2 Breath of the Wild is $90 with DLC.
With DLC.
With DLC, yes.
Damn.
That makes more.
It doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck if it came with a fucking
old ass game.
What's the DLC though? Is it
story?
I
don't
know. But either way, man,
if it's like DLC, you could switch Link's costumes. Fuck that.
My problem is that this is an 8-9-year-old game.
Yeah.
That's my issue.
Yeah.
And people who already own it have to pay again.
This is a 8 to 9-year-old game. We're charging $90.
Well, technically,
there's no thing like that.
Technically, not.
I have no idea.
Because I'm assuming Nintendo's greedy. It's like, no, you have to buy the bitch again.
No. They're offering $20. We talked about this last week. $20 upgrade packs. If you own the game on the Switch 1, you can buy an upgrade pack to get the Switch 2 version of that game to play on the Switch 2.
So you have to pay for.
But we talked about how that's $10 more than what PlayStation does to get a PS5 version of a game that came out on PS4.
But then you just have to pay for the DLC. that DLC for the
Yeah, but the game is fucking 8 years old.
Yeah,
bro.
I know.
Like, get it through your skull. It's fucking 8, 9 years old. It shouldn't. Okay, imagine. Okay, what's an old ass fucking game, bro? Like that we all
5.
played.
Last of Us.
GTA 5.
GTA, sure, GTA 5, right? GTA 5. Let's say GTA 5 came out for right now, like a remastered. I don't fucking know. Let's say it was $80, $90.
We're gonna be like, what the
Yeah, you're like, what the fuck, bro? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, well, if you want the upgrade, you $20. You're like, what? An upgrade? Really?
But
It's kind of like the backlash with The Last of Us right now. I don't know if you have that. No, you don't, right? On the news, probably.
Oh,
not. It's not a big
what do you
deal.
mean? Oh, the complete edition?
I got it.
I do got it, yeah.
Oh, you do?
I
Oh,
do.
fuck.
But you can, how to
Lahav,
say
yeah,
you can
Lahav.
go, I got it.
So basically, Naughty Dog earlier this week introduced a new collection up for sale. It is called The Last of Us Complete Collector's Edition, which features steelbook cases in a unique steelbook case for both games. Unique
For both games.
Yeah, for
No.
both games.
It's one steelbook,
one steelbook. Oh,
that
gotcha,
includes
gotcha.
both
Both
games.
games.
That includes
yeah.
that's what I meant. So a steelbook case, American Dream Comics number 1 through 4 with new cover art and a set of 4 lithographic art prints. And basically, what it is, it's a bundle of
$100, no?
I don't know.
I think it's $100.
I don't have the price. But
check.
yeah, if you could check real quick. But basically, what it is, guys, it's a bundle of the remastered versions of The Last of Us. So it is The Last of Us Part 1, which is a remake of The Last of Us because they built the game from the ground up. So it's The Last of Us Part 1, which was the remake, and The Last of Us Part 2 remastered, which is the remastered version that was made for PlayStation 5. So what they did was they took both those games and they bundled it into one, and they're selling it as a bundle, which is called the Complete Collector's Edition bundle.
So it is $110.
They're fucking stupid.
That's wild.
$110.
They're dumb, bro.
Okay, here's the thing.
But are we
though.
surprised?
Okay, here's the thing. Ready? I might be in the minority here, and you guys might be. Oh, heck,
What, you
you're
would
such a
buy it?
hypocrite. You're such a hypocrite.
Oh yeah, I saw this coming.
You're such a hypocrite. How dare you? Well, listen, motherfucker. I never bought The Last of Us Part 1. I never bought The Last of Us Part 2. I never bought those games.
How'd you play them?
I game shared with Hav.
You motherfucker. Oh my
But
god.
even the remastered, I never bought the. You know when they released the remastered? I never bought the remastered either.
That's funny.
I never bought them. The only version of The Last of Us I've ever played was the PS3 version and the PS4 version back in 2014. Those are the only games that I played, and honestly, the only Last of Us game I bought was that one, the remastered. Actually, bro, that one came with my console. When I bought
for real?
It was a bundle.
Hell no.
Right?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. So that is why personally I'd get this. I'm not gonna lie.
Just so you have it.
Well, it's a steelbook. Come on,
Yeah, I know,
I'm
I
a
was gonna say,
collector.
they
It comes with
collected.
4 comic books. Come on, man.
Yeah.
That's my shit already. Steelbooks and comic books, Mario. That's my shit already. And it's both of the Last of Us games, and like the best like quality possible that I never bought previously. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but
I think if only. I think that's maybe the only justifiable way. Like, hey, if you're gonna buy this,
is if you don't own the game.
if you never bought them before.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know. So if you did buy the Part 1, I know you said you did.
Yes.
And if you bought the Part 2 remastered, then I can understand that you're fucking furious about it. Yo, what the fuck is going on here, right? Not only that, but because they're milking the fuck out of this.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, I think that's a bigger issue, right? So for me personally, I would have get this. I ain't gonna lie. Look, what, 100 and... That's not that bad of a price if you're thinking about it, because aren't they... don't they sell... Aren't they both each like $60?
70,
I
I
would say
think.
70. I would think so.
Okay, you're getting both of them for 110 plus the comics and shit and a steelbook. That's like that's probably the best value. So
I'm
probably get it. I ain't gonna lie.
You're
I probably
very,
would
very
get
much in a minority situation.
yeah,
man.
for sure. But I am pissed that they're making the fuck out of it. Though.
Yeah, okay.
I get that.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what's it called? Moving on. This is a smaller one. Hob might have this, but the reason why I have it is because it's related to a video game. A Quiet Place Day 1 director is heading the new Death Stranding movie.
Did you have that one?
Well, yes, but that's more movie news. But
I
okay.
guess I only said it because it's related
It's
to
a video
a
game?
It's a video game. Death Stranding.
Okay, how about new rule? How about if it's just a movie thing? Just
All right. I'm gonna say. All right.
Like I had that, but it's for a Death Stranding movie. See that? So it's like it's technically movie news.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll give that to Hav. But yeah, let's talk about that. I guess. I mean, holy shit. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's partnered with Hideo Kojima Projects at A24.
That's pretty cool. He's gonna be involved.
He's gonna be involved. The guy that made
That'd be pretty.
So he's gonna direct that.
No release date, right? It's just like
no release date, bro. It's just an announcement of the director.
That's pretty cool. Okay.
So I mean hopefully it's cool. I mean, the world does look awesome. Shit.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on, another small one. Warzone player count is off the charts. So bringing back for Dance did exactly what Activision was hoping.
Absolutely.
It brought everyone back, including myself.
Absolutely.
I have played a couple
when they launched for Dance?
Yeah, man. So it's wildly. Wildly. There you go. I was about to say wildly,
bro. This shit mild as hell.
Yeah. It wildly fucking blew their expectations, and they should have done it a long time ago, in my opinion, because Warzone was at an all-time fucking low, man.
Dude, I fucking hated that one map. It started with a C.
El Qadir or that one?
Some shit.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I didn't like it. I didn't like it either, man. That shit was funny. All right, now this was small, but it's actually a big thing because I don't know how we're gonna do it. Xbox showcase planned for June 8th, and the Outer Worlds 2 will have a special showcase for the event. It will showcase new gameplay and details and developer insights.
You know what's interesting is, do you think Outer Worlds deserves like a direct?
I wanted to say this to you actually. I forgot to tell you. I was like, I don't know if it's big enough.
I don't think so either.
Like Starfield makes sense. It's from Bethesda and it's a new IP from them.
Black Ops 6 made sense too.
Yeah. And Black Ops 6 is a new COD, right?
But Outer Worlds?
But Outer Worlds, I'm like, that feels kind of weak. Even though I'm a fan of the game, I played the first one.
That kind of foreshadows that we're
it's
not
gonna
probably
be a week.
It's probably gonna week showcase.
That's what I'm thinking.
Because the last two, it was pretty bangers. And if anything, if I remember correctly, the last showcase they showed some shit that we saw before though, like in the other showcase that we saw in theaters.
Yeah.
But Outer Worlds, interesting, man. I still got to play it. I heard it's good.
Yeah.
I heard it's also not great.
Yeah, it was surprisingly short. I remember I was like, damn, it's already over? I expected it to be a little bit longer. But yeah, I remember playing. I enjoyed it.
From Obsidian, right? The same people that did Avowed and the first Outer Worlds, right?
So I'm definitely, if they're improving it from the last game, I'm like, all right, this should be better. Yeah. I didn't enjoy it, but I wasn't. I wasn't in the mindset.
You played Avowed, so do you think maybe it'll be similar?
From what I played from Avowed, I wanted to play more. I just couldn't because then we did this switch up in terms of what we're doing for content. I was like, guys, I can't play this game. I just can't. I gotta play other games.
That makes sense.
But I was enjoying it where I got, because like you'll like explore. It was very one of those games where like you'll do something and then you'll discover while doing that said thing. And it's like, I kind of want to explore that though. It's like, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay.
All right. This one's cool. This one's very cool because I checked it out for myself and I have one of these hoes. All right.
Okay.
So there is a feature that both the PS3 and the PS4 have that PS5 doesn't have, or not until this point.
The PS4 has?
Respect. I don't know.
Wait. Say that again?
There's a feature that the PS3 has, and the PS4.
Okay.
The PS5 does not have this.
I already know.
I was saying.
I didn't hear anything about it, but I can think of something already.
Yeah, all right.
Can I say it?
Yeah.
Wallpapers?
Yeah.
Thank God. Let's go.
Okay, it's back, but it's weird. It's only for like select franchise. And I brought a picture of the ones they have, right? So they have Astrobot. They have Astrobot, Days Gone. I think that's Dark Souls. Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Yotai, God of War, and there's more. I forgot what those ones were. I booted up my shit, right?
Mario's notes is literally just a picture of a screen on his
laptop. No, I took
his computer.
But I checked my own PS5.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was like, bet, I want the Ghost of Yotai one, right?
Yeah.
For some reason, what's it called?
It looks cool.
What's it called?
That's cool, but I wish...
have... the only one I have, so you can boot up your PS5 after Deadass. Check it up, boot it up. I'm not even fucking with you. Boot it up. You might have some. Maybe you have some. I don't know. It's weird because I don't have Ghost of Tsushima. I own that game. I have Astrobot though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, then
the Astrobot one I have.
Wait, so you have to own the games in order to get them?
It's weird. I don't know, bro. It's weird because I'm like, why don't I have the rest of them?
Cool,
they're rolling it out. That's what they're doing. So like, that's why I wanted to ask you to boot up your PS5. It's weird, bro.
That is kind of strange.
But I want.
But like, if I have to own the game to get the wallpaper, I think that's fucking.
It's bullshit. Weird because like, bro, there was no announcement of this shit. People just found out by booting it up. I swear to God.
That's cool though.
All right, Hector's booting up his shit.
But like, where would I go under settings?
What the fuck? Why is your shit? Did you update your shit? Check if you have an update.
Why does mine look? I might be right. I haven't booted up the PS5 in a minute.
I had to update my PS5 and then I saw this.
Isn't it display?
System.
Because there's supposed to be like a widget setting, dude. And then in there it's just wallpaper or some shit.
Why can't I just look at the wallpaper through here? Anyway, maybe while I figure this out, we should keep. Yeah.
Okay, I'll move on. All right, this is a little cool one. This is funny because like I hate the studio behind this game. Almost half the players who quit Overwatch jumped to Marvel's Rivals.
Yeah.
And I fucking hate Blizzard with a passion, bro. Because fuck their greedy asses. They're like Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
Remember they remastered. I forgot what game they remastered, but they half-assed it.
I don't know where to go.
Yeah. I don't know where to go. Man, I barely use. I have the auto update shit on.
I literally cannot find it, bro. What the fuck? I'm a fake gamer.
I was just saying, my shit's on the auto update. I literally booted up my PS5 and it signed me out because I had to update it. I go, all right, bet.
All right, well, I was doing this in the background. Well, he's the
So basically, half the people who played Overwatch, who played Overwatch, quit for Marvel's Rivals, bro. And that makes me so happy.
Dude, I mean, it makes sense.
I'm not shocked, bro. I'm not shocked because Overwatch has been dying, dude.
And Marvel Rivals actually kind of like listens to their fans, man. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know if you noticed that they are like bringing in new characters. They're kind of changing character models based on what people want to see and shit. So,
that's what I'm saying. You need to find it, Hav?
Updates.
So for my PlayStation 5, I have it to the auto update. Like it updates on its own.
Yeah,
okay, so then because my thing is like
where do you go for themes though, Hav?
I assume you go to where like screen and video. If that's not it,
we'll then go back.
Or maybe go all the way to
mine
home.
was in like the main screen, not this scene. It wasn't in the settings.
Yeah, maybe go to the home screen.
Go left. No, I went down left. I go left. Welcome.
Right there.
I go to the welcome one.
Yeah, welcome.
Where's
this? When I go right again.
Here.
That third one, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, there you go. Go to that.
Oh, new backgrounds available.
Oh yeah, click on that.
Backgrounds available.
Browse now. Why do you have them all, bro?
I have them all, dude.
What the fuck?
Whoa.
Why do you have them all?
Oh, they even have the Ronin?
Yeah. Wait, put the Yotai one. I never seen that one.
And
put the
Yotai. It says it's animated.
Yeah, look. So click on it. Oh my god, bro.
Oh, dude, that's fire.
Yeah, I'm telling you. See, it's weird. I don't know why, man. I'm gonna boot up my shit.
Man, it changes when you.
Well, yeah, because you're on a game, so it makes sense.
Man, that's actually dumb. That's actually dumb. So in order to see the wallpaper, guys, you have to be on the welcome widget where like you see your personal widgets that you could customize and shit. Yeah. If you decide to hover over
a different
game, it shows that game. And I feel like that defeats the purpose.
Yeah, it's only on that screen. That's weird. Yeah, it's only on the welcome one.
It kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah, it defeats the purpose.
Damn.
It should be where you have to like go and drop down.
And you could barely see the fucking wallpaper because all of these fucking widgets, the fucking...
Yeah, like you can edit it. Apparently, I think that all those, but I don't know. I think that's what the purpose of the pencil.
This is not. Yeah, come on, man.
It's a letdown, but
damn,
it's a step in the right direction. Hopefully, they fucking actually improve upon it. Right.
Okay, so
that was that.
Fuck Blizzard, right? Recap.
Yeah, basically, so like good on them for losing because they remember, bro. When Overwatch 2 came out, they promised a lot of shit, and then like they said like they just were gonna stop doing it. For example, the campaign. They announced a campaign for Overwatch 2, and then halfway through the game, they're like, "Yeah, guys, we're not gonna do it no more."
I remember that. I made a clip of that.
Look at the Astrobot one.
Okay. Moving on. The next piece of news that I have is that Mafia: The Old Country finally has a release date.
Isn't it this year?
It's August 8th, 2025. It was said on the Steam's what's it called? The Steam
website
page. The Steam page on like the review, like where it like gives a background on the game. So basically, we finally have a release date for it. Maybe it changed. I don't know. But right now, expected to come out August 8th, 2025 of this year.
That's going to be cool.
So very much excited to play that because I've played every Mafia game up to this point. Mafia 2 being my personal favorite. So that's cool.
That's the only one I played. I played Mafia 2 on 360.
You should play the first one.
And I played a little bit of Mafia 3. I have it actually here, physical copy.
That one's a letdown.
I didn't finish it though.
Nah, that one's a letdown, but
maybe that's why. Maybe that's why I didn't finish it.
But what's it called? Next one is a rumor. All right, it's rumored that the next COD is going to be Black Ops 7, and it's set to be a sequel to Black Ops 6. I mean, Black Ops 2, which is my personal favorite COD of all time. I think
Black Ops 2?
Black Ops 2, my favorite COD of all time. So it's a sequel to that one. So it takes place in 2035. Remember, this is a rumor. So remember that. But what's it called? It's supposed to be have a futuristic setting set in Japan.
What's kind of funny is they said that about Black Ops 6.
Yeah,
Well, like I said, there's a rumor, and like today this was coming out.
But also, they alternate studios. Like the next COD should be Infinity War.
Yeah. Wait, no, wasn't it supposed to be? Oh no, wait, you're right. No, wasn't it supposed to be the people that made Vanguard? Those people?
I don't know if Sledgehammer Games is with COD anymore because all their games have flopped. No, bro, because
Sledgehammer, the last game that I remember they did, wasn't it World War II?
No,
it was Vanguard.
Oh, fuck, you're right. Yeah, Vanguard.
And Vanguard came out a while back.
Yeah, that was a while back, and I enjoyed Vanguard.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Sledgehammer Games left, right? They're no longer with Activision.
I never heard of any of that though. That's the thing.
I could have sworn they left.
I didn't hear about that either.
Someone can Google it, but I have a bunch of small stories, like small stories that I have categorized here. A new one. It's another TV show one, but it's like related to another video game franchise, right? So Devil May Cry, the animated show came out. I saw it. I enjoyed it a lot. If you played the games, apparently you hated it.
Whoa!
I haven't played the game, so I'm like, I think I have a hot take on it.
Yeah.
Obviously, but season 2 has already been greenlit. Fragpunk, we already talked about it, I think, in this one. It's heading to PS5 and Xbox on April 29th. And this is where I had The Last of Us 2 complete edition here. Okay. And then Atomfall 2 attracts 2 million players.
I saw that. Hey, good
2
on
million
them.
players, and they released a little tweet, a bunch of random stats.
Oh yeah, a bunch of stats. I saw that.
A bunch of stats. So I'm gonna read some of them for you. Me and Hector can relate to this. Pints of beer ordered 250,000. People's favorite food was a tin of meat, bread. Oh, well, number 1 was a tin of meat. Number 2 was bread, and number 3 was a pastry. And they were good for health. That's why I ate the motherfuckers.
That makes sense. Yeah.
12.7 million caches found. Your first encounter. So that scientist, and when you load up,
What'd you do?
I helped him.
Yeah, I did too.
So 59.1% helped him. 21.6 threatened him, and then 19.3 killed him.
Yo, why?
I don't know why you would kill him.
No,
bro.
dude, Mario, this is what's crazy. Fuck. Is it a spoiler? Fuck, it might be a spoiler. Well, okay. Actually, no, it's not. No, because you could explore. So, in Atomfall, right?
Yeah.
In that you wake up in that bunker, right? You know, you could go there anytime you want. Mm-hmm. So you could spend 15, 20 hours, bro, in Atomfall.
Yeah.
And if you go back there, that guy is still there.
I bet. I can.
No,
imagine,
but Mario, he's just there, like
just sitting there forever,
like her and shit. Yes, bro. I'm like,
that's
what
fucking
the fuck?
funny. Yeah, but no, that's some cool stats about the game. Obviously, now Rebellion, they're a very successful game. Hopefully, they continue it. Expect a little should you buy from us later. And then that was pretty much it. For me, I think that was everything we go over.
I enjoyed Atomfall, man. Good for them, man. Good for them.
That was a surprisly enjoyable game. But yeah, that was everything in terms of game news.
It's a breath of fresh air, man. It's because their main hitter is Sniper Elite.
Mm-hmm. And this is like the risk they took, and it paid off. 2 million players. Definitely. That's something you can be proud of. That was it for me in terms of video game news. Unless you guys have something that I didn't say. No,
that's pretty much it. Have looked up info.
Yeah, so I wanted to fact check because I said Sledgehammer Games left.
Yeah.
The Call of Duty because all their games had flopped, and that's not true. They're still with them.
Okay.
In fact,
but they should be next, though, right? They should have been next.
Well, I that's what I think. Uh-huh. But apparently, the last Call of Duty game Sledgehammer Games made was Modern Warfare 3.
They didn't make that game. They could have partnered up with Sledgehammer.
With
Infinity Ward.
That's true.
So it says right here that for the majority of the development of MW3 that came out,
that's why flop.
Yeah, that came out in 2023. That MW3. They were for the most part in charge of the development for that game, except Treyarch developed zombies and multiplayer ranked play.
Okay.
Additional development work by Infinity Ward, Raven Software, Beanox, Demonware, High Moon Studios, Activision Shanghai, Activision Central Tech, and Toys for Bob. But but under developers, it just says Sledgehammer Games. So it was not Vanguard.
I think High Moon made Singularity. I could be wrong.
Dude, I've never played Vanguard. That's the only COD game I've never played of. Ain't that crazy? I heard it's
only. What's crazy is that it's the only game you've never like. That means you've played every other game.
Every other COD, yeah.
That's fucking wild. That's wild.
How? I don't know. How's that wild?
Because I've not played every fucking Call of Duty.
Really?
The only Call of Duty I haven't played was Infinity War.
Well,
that's the only one I haven't played.
Hell yeah,
Infinity War. What do you mean by like not playing every single COD? You're talking about like the OGs, like OGs?
No, like just from like when
Like
we
the modern shit?
from when we played our first COD ever to now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have a few things for gaming news that Mario did not mention. I'm gonna go through them. This one's pretty much it's small news. So with the Nintendo Switch 2, they introduced Game Chat and they introduced that little tripod camera accessory that's for $50.
Oh, I think I know this one.
Yeah.
And it's been reported that a third party company called Hori is going to be making a Nintendo Switch 2 camera in the style of a Piranha Plant from the
Yeah,
Mario
I saw
games. It's going to be priced at $33,
But there's a catch.
But there's
Oh
a
my
catch.
God, what is it?
No, Mario's gonna lose his mind right here.
Oh,
What is
it's
it, bro?
true. It's true. Hey, Mario,
What is it, bro?
would you pay $33 for a camera with only 480p?
What? It's only 480? It's only 480?
Yes, bro.
It's not even 720?
No, it's a
bro,
480p
480p,
resolution.
bro.
No, that's crazy, bro.
$33. Pay up.
I
man.
thought you were gonna say, bro, it costs $80. I go, well, yeah, fuck that. I would have been
No,
freaked
no,
out,
no.
but the 480 is freaking me out.
480p, bro. Yeah, it freaked
Nah,
everybody
fuck
out.
that. 480? No,
But
that's
but-
in 2025.
But
480.
it's
nah,
a
that's
third party,
crazy.
right? It's a third party
It
camera.
doesn't matter if you're third
Right?
party
Is
or
it?
not, bro.
Yes.
That's fucking.
It's not
dumb.
from Nintendo, or I guess it's like in
For-
collaboration. But like,
Oh, it's collaboration, like official.
well,
Oh, probably because then they would sue. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Nah, that's fucking wild.
$33, my guy.
No, fuck that. Actually,
that is-
fuck that.
that is
bro.
fucking crazy.
That's fucking wild.
all right, I got two more pieces of news and gaming news that both involve Minecraft. They both involve Minecraft. So the first one that I have on here is that the main theme for Minecraft has been added to the Library of Congress
Oh, yeah, I
National
heard this, I
Recording
heard this, I heard
Registry
this, yeah.
for its cultural, historical, and aesthetic importance.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which I was
think
like, whoa.
It's the second game because I think the first game was the Mario theme.
Yeah,
that one.
Yeah, that makes
Oh
sense.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I don't even know what that is. Like, I never heard of it. Like, what is that?
Me neither, but it's added
Like
there.
the music. What was it? The music of Congress.
fuck,
like,
dude, you were
what?
asking me right as I deleted it. It is the
Oh.
Library of Congress National Recording Registry.
Yeah. Like,
All
what
right,
the
yeah.
fuck? What is that?
I don't know, but it's
Hey,
there
fuck
now.
it. Minecraft W.
Yeah.
And the next piece of news that I have Minecraft related is just updates on the future of Minecraft. Mojang says there will be no sequel game. Minecraft is just Minecraft.
Yeah.
The goal is to keep evolving the current game for at least 15 more years. Currently, no plans to use generative AI.
That's good.
Yeah.
And
W.
and a quote from Mojang: "Do you think we're going to have an Earth 2? No. There's no Minecraft 2." End quote.
That's fire. But to be honest with you, I saw that coming. Minecraft been a thing since, dude, years, and all they do is expand it with updates.
Yeah.
Like,
There's no reason for it. There's
yeah,
there's
I
no
kind of
reason
already
for
saw
it.
that coming. To be honest,
reason
and,
for it.
hey, that's fire. I like that. Just
Yeah.
Minecraft. No.
Just keep
Because
updating
I'm gonna be
it,
real.
bro.
The whole what happened with Destiny kind of bothers me. Because
Yeah.
Destiny, that's what they wanted to do. They're doing that now with Destiny 2, but because of the limitations what they had with Activision, they said fuck that. We're making Destiny 2, fuck Destiny 1 type of thing to do what they actually wanted to do. So I hate that. That's like a little
No, there's
nitpick in my brain.
debate
Like,
in
that
the
bothers me.
community. There's debate in the D2 community. It's like, hey man, just drop the 2. Just call it Destiny.
Just call it Destiny.
Just call it
yeah.
Destiny, bro. Just drop the 2
Yeah.
already.
That's what they wanted to do.
That's what they should
Yeah.
do. That's
They
what
wanted
they should
to,
do.
but okay, fire,
That's pretty much it.
sweet.
That's
right,
all for
moving on.
gaming news. Now we're gonna transition over to the movie news, and I'm gonna be real, man. Light week, nothing
Sounds good.
exciting, bro. Nothing
Sounds good.
exciting. So I'm just gonna go in order. The biggest news that I could find this week, at least in my opinion, the biggest news, is that Peacemaker is back.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Peacemaker
yeah.
season 2 will premiere
That's true,
this
too.
August 21st on Max.
Oh, Last of Us is tomorrow.
The Last of Us is tomorrow,
Yes,
bro.
And from what I heard, it's not.
Dude,
as
I
good.
forgot about that.
Dude, me
I'm
too.
gonna be
Me
honest.
too.
I
If
forgot.
we remembered that would have been in our slate.
Well, are we?
'Cause
I mean,
That would have been our slate, as in like it releases this month, and then our expected review is next month.
Yeah, that would have.
It would have been like that.
well, I mean, I thought we only were. I thought that would only be for games
I mean,
because we didn't do
what
that
about
for
shows though? Because shows do that.
Well, we didn't do it for Daredevil, and that
Yeah,
premiered in
you're
March.
Right. You're right.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, then that makes.
And when you
sense.
make when you make the slate video for April, it's gonna say Daredevil.
So we only do that for games.
I say,
yeah, for games and yeah.
All right, fuck.
I say.
Still
Speaking
fresh,
of speaking of The Last of Us, it was confirmed that it's been renewed for a season 3.
dude.
Yeah, it makes
I wanted
sense.
to talk about this. We called
It's split. It's split.
We said this.
Yeah,
we
we
said
said
they were
it.
going to split it in 2
Yeah.
seasons.
And it looks like
Nothing
they're
new.
following the game. It looks like they're
Hope so.
following the game.
Oh, yeah.
I hope they are.
Oh, yeah.
I hope they do.
They
Exactly,
are.
bro.
Exactly.
I want the first 2 episodes to be that.
Yeah,
It has
same
to
here.
be. So
What if it's in
see.
the first episode, bro?
Well, that would be more accurate.
Yeah.
That would be accurate. That would be more accurate. Yeah. At the end of that, they have to, dude. If they did that, people are gonna lose their minds.
I know they are. I don't think they are. I don't.
You
My,
don't
my
think so,
take is
man?
that it's gonna be in the second episode. No, actually first.
That's true.
That's the, if you want debate online, it's the first episode.
I think I said this in our group chat where I think it might not hit as hard for people, and the reason why it hits harder for us because we actually controlled him,
Joel and Ellie,
and we
yeah.
actually waited this long for a fucking sequel.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay. Is there anything else?
Yeah, so I have on here that Robert Pattinson is in talks to be in the upcoming Dune Messiah film.
Oh yeah, I saw this. Bro.
If he signs on to Dune 3, he would be playing the villain Scytale. If he
Probably from
decides to
books,
sign on.
maybe.
Yeah, it's from the books. It's from the
Yeah.
books. But yeah, he's in talks to be in Dune 3, which
Hopefully.
fire.
Are pretty cool.
Hopefully.
Would be fucking fire. This next piece of news is news that I read and pissed me the fuck off. And it's going to piss the both of you off too. You probably have already seen it. Minecraft director Jared Hess thinks it's weird.
Oh yeah.
Thinks it's weird that police are being called to theaters. Let me finish before we give our thoughts, because this might be a clip. And I can't have y'all overlapping my voice when I read this shit. Quote from director Jared Hess says, "It's just literally cheering and throwing popcorn. Cops are getting called for popcorn. I've seen so many funny videos. It's great, especially when people are climbing on their friends' shoulders and standing up and cheering." End quote.
No, it's not great. Dude, if people are throwing popcorn and like their drinks on you on purpose, that's a form of assault. It is.
Yes.
Like legally speaking, it is.
Yep.
And it's not fun because I guess we could bring it up. I want to go see the Minecraft movie again. And I was in one of those theaters, man. It was terrible, bro. And like, here's the thing, dude. Okay, number one, I think it's cringe because people are just overreacting for the hype, for the clout. It's not genuine, like if it was Endgame or Infinity War.
Yeah.
So that's number one. Number two, you guys are making a mess of the theaters. You guys throwing drinks, popcorn, and stuff. Like, come on, man. Like,
Making it harder for the employees.
yeah, you're making it hard on the employees. Just calm down, man. You don't got to do all of that. And my issue is like some people talk during the movie. Like when I went to go see it, these group of teens, or I don't even know, man. I'm gonna be real. It's weird because when you think of teens, I'm thinking of like fucking 14, 15. These guys look pretty damn old, man. They look like fucking 17 to 19 or some shit, bro. They look pretty fucking old. And the people next to me, they were just reacting that way, but like worse, bro. Not just on the chicken jockey shit, not just the I Am Steve, like anything. Remember the whole Flint and Steel, or
Yeah.
like Diamond Set Full Armor, or the what are they called? The electro, the wings, whatever.
Yeah.
They would freak out over shit like that. And what annoyed me the most is, okay, I get it. If you're gonna fuck around with chicken jockey or whatever, okay, cool. I don't have an issue with that. Like I have the issue of people making a mess of things and them talking throughout the movie, bro. There were loud indoor voices talking throughout the movie, not just in the crazy hype shit. And that's what bothered me so much, bro. The dude fucking next to me was doing like he was just there for the memes, bro. Cause he was like, dude, this is gonna be so fucking lit. I'm gonna go crazy, man. Like I could hear, like, he's literally next to me. And I can hear what he's saying. He's like, dude, is this the part? Is this the part with Chicken Jockey? Is this the part? He was like doing that, getting up his seat and shit. And then sure enough, when Chicken Jockey was about to happen, his friend next to him started recording. So his friend next to him started recording.
Flash on?
Flash on. And he's next to me, and I literally have my arm like trying to cover my face. I'm like, there's no fucking way this guy's like really doing this. And he jumps out of his chair, throwing shit. People above us threw shit, and popcorn like landed on us. Not like a lot, like in the videos you see, but it landed on us. And we're like, what the? People were going crazy. Like, and there wasn't that many people. It was a Wednesday night. It was my brother's birthday, a Wednesday fucking night. It was 8:45 p.m. showing. Not many people. I'm like, oh, we'll be fine. Dude, no. It was like 4 groups of like that, of people, of teens like that, acting that way. And dude, it sucks because I'm watching, as the movie's playing, I'm texting you guys as it's happening. You know, like, yo, fuck these guys, honestly, whatever. And what sucks the most is that my siblings didn't really enjoy it because of it. Because, dude, it wasn't like Endgame or, whoa, like it's certain moments. Dude, throughout the movie, they were fucking around and saying shit.
Yeah.
Like the one scene where we see, where the woman actually ends up having interaction with the villager, right?
Okay.
Nothing crazy's happening there, but these guys are literally like screaming out, "Show us your tits, suck him," like shit like that. And it's like, what are you, dude? Shut the fuck up, man. What are you doing? And I have my sister with me, bro. I have my two sisters and my younger sister. It's like, bro, come on, man. And like everyone else is laughing. It's one of those things where when we went to go see it, you know how there was teens behind us that tried doing it, but they realized no one was reacting and they kind of didn't do it. What happened here is they were getting feel for the crowd. One group reacted that way. Everybody started reacting that way. And then it just created this echo chamber of like, okay, we're in the right crowd. We know we're going to act this way, whatever. You know what I mean? It's, I don't know, man. I was so pissed, bro. I was pissed, bro. I'm like, dude, like you're talking throughout the movie. And after the chicken jockey shit, I'm not even kidding with you. The fuckhead next to me was like, all right, we got the video. We're done. So let's leave. Like jokingly, whatever. I'm not even bushing you, bro. We could have my brother come down here. He vouched for me because he was sitting next to me. I literally say, "Oh fuck, you're leaving, bro? So you guys leaving?" And he says, "Oh no," like laughing. "Oh no, probably not, man." And I'm like, "Oh fuck me, man. I wish y'all did, man. Fuck." And he was laughing. "Oh, like come on, bro. Like whatever." I said that to him.
That's fun.
I'm like, "Oh fuck me. Like really? Like I wish y'all left, man. Like fuck." Because y'all are fucking annoying, man. And then once I said that, he calmed down at least a bit.
Well, yeah, I'd be scared of a man with a bandana too.
No, fuck you.
That's fun.
So he calmed down a little bit, but
Yeah.
then like I guess he got more comfortable again with his friends because their friends obviously I didn't talk to them because they're down there. They started acting that way, so he started acting that way again. But it wasn't like as obnoxious as it was in the beginning or whatever. And the problem is like, listen, I'm thinking, man, if they had popcorn or drinks, bro. I was like, dude, I swear to God, if these motherfuckers threw popcorn or drinks at me, I would have thrown hands. But the problem was, I'm a grown ass man. So I told Mario, honestly, I would have called the cops, bro. I would fuck up their night, bro. I'm not even kidding with you. I would fuck up their night. I'd be like, yo, I'm calling the cops. I'm pressing charges, bro. These motherfuckers threw drinks and popcorn at me, bro. Fuck you. And so people thinking, man, come on, man, it's just popcorn. Like that fuckhead. Like, bro, you don't do that. Sure, you could be loud and cheer, whatever the fuck you want. Sure. But dude, there's videos out there of kids throwing drinks, bro, throwing popcorn at you on purpose. There's a video where like some dude had a water bucket and threw it to people. I swear to God,
see that.
bro. It's like at that point, come on, Hav. Imagine you go to the movie, bro. You're expecting to just see a movie. Cool, people are gonna react or whatever. All of a sudden, you're drenched in water because somebody threw a water bucket at you. How would you feel?
Yeah, I know.
You'd be like, yo, what the fuck? That's assault, man.
Yeah.
And that is why cops are being called, you fucking dickhead. And this fucking idiot, man.
And this is the director.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, well, he's an idiot. He's an absolute idiot, man, for thinking that. Well, why are cops being called, bro? Because you don't see the rest. You're not looking at the drinks being thrown. You're not seeing that. Like that's the issue.
You're not seeing the shit after the video.
Yeah, you're not seeing that kids are talking during the movie, not just hype shit. This motherfucker just thinks that the only crazy shit or whatever happens is in that scene.
Yeah,
absolutely
probably.
not. It happens throughout. You know, and it's just really, dude, it was really annoying. And it sucks, man, because it was my brother's birthday, man. He didn't really enjoy it. He's like, honestly, I was having fun with it, but I'm going to be real. I don't really enjoy it as much because the guys were loud as fuck, like talking to us and or talking during the movie. And that's my issue right there. If it was, and plus it's cringe, man. Like they're just doing it for the hype. It's not like Endgame.
Yeah,
it's
I know
not
what you
Infinity
mean.
War where it's genuine. Hell no, man. They're just fucking around, being dickheads. And like, man, a part of me, man, wanted to say something, but I already knew things would have got heated, you know, because they're in a group, bro. You already know that when there's a group, they think they're the shit. They think that, like, oh, yeah, we could take them type shit, you know. I already knew there was something being involved. And me, I'm like, listen, man, I can't risk it, man. Because if God forbid, I throw hands with this motherfucker and I found out he's 16. Like, it's a wraps for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why I kept my mouth shut. I'm like, you know what? Whatever, bro. I'm not going to cause an issue because it can escalate to things. And I got a lot to lose, man. I'm a grown ass man. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I did say that to him though. Like, you guys are leaving? Like, how happy? And he's like, oh no, we're not. Oh fuck me, man. I wish y'all left, man. Like, really? He's like, oh yeah, come on. Like, it was like really weird. But anyway, that's my experience, man, of the second time watching Minecraft movie. It's a Wednesday night.
No, it's a Wednesday. That's what got me.
It's a weekday. It's like 8:45.
If you would have told me, it's like, oh yeah, I went Friday night, I'm like, Hector, you're kind of getting it, bro.
No, but Friday it's a Wednesday, bro. That's why I went, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I went. I'm like, oh shit. And there wasn't that many people, bro. It wasn't full like when we went. It wasn't full. It was 4 groups of people that just acted that way. You know?
Yeah.
It's just cringe, man. It's absolutely cringe. Another thing on the Minecraft, I don't know if you have it, but I kind of, since we're on the topic, you have anything about Minecraft? Anything else? So I think it was I don't know who it was, man. One of the suits from fucking Warner Bros. Saying that the reason why Minecraft was a success was because of its creative and great storytelling. Bitch, please. The story was fucking mediocre, man. Like it's the most textbook shit you could think of. The reason why it was a success was because number 1, it's fucking Minecraft.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 2, because of the memes. Yes. That is the only reason why it succeeded, man. Not because of its creative, great storytelling, bro. Fuck you, bro. Like what? Yeah, great storytelling, Hav? Great storytelling. Absolutely not, man. Absolutely not.
That's fucking stupid.
Anyway.
Yep.
Enough of my rant. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Sorry, but to those, if those guys listen to, man. I want to say something so fucking bad. Oh man, no, I can't, man. The lights of HRV are gonna shut off if I say shit. If I just continue. Whatever, we'll move on.
Yeah, we'll move on. Okay, so another piece of news that I have on here is that Warner Bros. Isn't worried about the Batman 2.
All right.
Okay.
With the quote from Warner Brothers, saying, "quote DC knows he's a writer. Sorry, DC knows he's a writer directing outshore in his own right. It'll come when he's written his best Batman script and is ready." So he's basically saying like, "Oh, we trust Matt Reeves because we know he's got a vision for the movie.
Absolutely.
So it'll get done when he."
That's the only ounce of respect that I have for Warner Bros. To be honest, is like letting him cook, letting Matt Reeves cook, because they realize, hey man, the Batman was a fucking hit. If we mess this up, we're fucked, man. Just let him do his thing. It's gonna deliver.
Give him all the freedom. We're gonna have all the money in the world.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna deliver. Trust the process. We're gonna make
another $1 billion. Trust me.
Did the Batman make $1 billion?
I have no idea. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't know. It made money though. We know that for a fact.
Yeah.
It made money.
You know what's gonna make $1 billion? Another $1 billion is Passion of the Christ 2.
Oh yeah.
Do you see that? Did we talk about that? Is that part of your news, Hav? I don't know if that was this week, but
Passion of the Christ, no.
Yeah, Passion of the Christ. That's releasing in next year, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? That should be interesting. Anyway, moving on.
The next piece of news that I have, Warner Brothers confirms that Drew Goddard is developing a new Matrix movie. Yeah, so Drew Goddard, cool. I don't know if he's going to be writing the movie or directing, but he's primarily known as a writer. And Drew Goddard has previously written Netflix Daredevil, The Martian, and Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, The Martian.
Martian's fire.
Yeah, Martian is fire.
That's pretty cool.
Next piece of news has to do with Ryan Coogler's Sinners.
All right.
Sinners is the highest rated film of 2025. Holds a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. The only film this year shot on IMAX film cameras, and it's described as a thematically brilliant vampire horror that could be Coogler's magnum opus.
Oh. Dude, I'm hyped for
I'm excited, bro.
I'm hyped for that movie.
Hey, man, if I can't, I'm being dead. I'm gonna go see that bitch.
Yeah, Mario said he's gonna go see it in Japan.
Only if there's like an English, but if there's like obviously Japanese subtitles, I'm okay with it. It's fine, but it has to be in English, bro.
So like Japanese but English subtitles?
No, like it's in Japanese subtitles. But
who cares?
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah. Okay. What's next?
Next piece of news is not a big piece of news. It's actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's funny news, and I'm like, oh, I get it, because it's April 1st. Wait, that was last week. Yeah. Why wasn't this uploaded on April 1st? It was uploaded on April 7th. Okay. But Marvel uploaded on their YouTube channel a 8.5 hour long video of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine breathing.
Oh, yeah, I did see this, yeah.
So, literally, if you go on the Marvel Studios YouTube channel, they have a video of Hugh Jackman in his Wolverine costume from Deadpool and Wolverine, staring into the camera, breathing menacingly.
And halfway through,
he strikes a pose. W pose.
Yeah, he strikes that pose from the comics.
Yep. So, this is a pose from the comics When he pops his claws out and he has his finger like telling you to come.
What the hell?
Yeah, bro, it's fucking fire.
That's cool.
But,
I wonder why they did that though.
well,
I was say.
I could understand if it was like an April Fool's thing.
Yeah.
But the thing is that it was not uploaded on April 1st. It was uploaded earlier this week.
Maybe they were late.
That's the only thing I can think of. It's like, were y'all late or something? But like this would have been, this would have hit.
Or maybe it's foreshadowing that he's coming back.
Ooh.
And for Avengers.
For Doomsday.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's for sure coming back.
That's like some like Marvel page out there that's conspiracy and like,
Yeah.
you know?
Like, what's he doing this to?
Yeah.
Like,
He's saying that to Doom.
Yeah.
Come here.
that's true. There's someone out there that's saying that
for
shit.
sure.
All right, moving on to the next
Hey, but if
piece
it
of
happens,
news.
it's on tape. Fuck it. We said it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's funny. Is it?
Next piece of news I have on here. This one's actually really big news, and it's honestly like long awaited and well deserved.
Okay.
The Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences is finally giving stunt performers their due, as it's been announced Best Stunt Design will be an Oscar category starting with films released in 2027.
Okay.
Damn.
I never knew that was not a thing. Oh shit.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
well,
pretty cool.
bad.
That's actually
good.
pretty cool, man. Because if you look at a lot of these movies, dude,
They're dangerous.
like some of the stunts, man, are crazy, and I feel like those stunt guys don't get that much recognition. So, but actually, the Oscars going to the movie that has the best stunts, or the person that's doing the stunts.
No, like for like stunt design. So like stunt performers, like
All right, then bet.
Okay.
best stunt design.
I gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. That's pretty cool. Okay.
All right, moving on to some Resident Evil news. Zach Krieger is getting paid $20 million to write and direct Sony's Resident Evil film. 20 mil.
Why'd you make that face?
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Motherfucker better deliver. That's all I gotta say.
20
man.
million.
I want to see a good Resident Evil movie, man. That's all I gotta say.
It better be good. Has to be.
That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
Better be
Yeah.
good.
Next piece of news is news that I honestly don't care for, but is still movie news nonetheless.
What is it?
Set to release January 29th, 2027. The Angry Birds Movie 3.
Oh, I forgot.
I
there was
forgot
movies,
about
man.
those movies, bro.
I played the games.
Yeah, but I played
On the
Steve,
iPod
too.
Touch. Remember that?
Yeah.
I played that bitch.
bro.
Yeah.
But you know what's going to be fucked, bro?
What?
Is if this is how people reacted with Minecraft, a movie based on a video game.
Man.
You think it's going to be like that with this fucking
I don't
movie?
think so because Super Mario Bros. Didn't have that.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know what it was. I guess some news as well. I don't know if we talked about this, but Minecraft broke records. It beat Super Mario Bros.
Yeah.
And Sonic.
Yeah, we saw that.
Did we talk about that?
Oh, like best opening day or something?
Yeah.
I brought it up.
Beat that.
Yeah.
It beat them, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But that's because of the meme, dude.
It's
I'm
the
telling
memes.
You.
It's the memes, bro. It's
yeah,
the
I don't know.
memes.
I don't think Angry Birds will have that. I don't think
No.
Angry Birds has that much pull. To be honest. Damn, third fucking movie. They made 2 of those. Holy fuck.
Yeah, I made 2 of them, and
Have
those.
you guys seen them?
No, fuck no.
What if they're good? What if they're actually good?
We don't know. I saw, like, I mean, on Rotten Tomatoes, they're not well received.
Oh no.
No, they're pretty mid. And they both came out like pre-pandemic, so like a third movie now, it's like, what the fuck, bro? Y'all been late.
Yeah, low key.
I thought the third movie would never get made because maybe the second one flopped box office wise, but I guess not. Third one's in
true.
development. It's coming out.
That's true.
So I don't know. Next piece of news is Avengers Doomsday star Simu Liu, who plays Shang-Chi, recently spoke about Marvel's secrecy towards their actors, saying, quote, I knew I was going to be involved in it to some capacity, but I didn't know who else they were announcing. Tom Holland and Mark Ruffalo ruined it for all of us.
Oh, no, that's funny.
Okay.
Next piece of news I have on here is Summer H. Howell is in talks to star as the lead in Mike Flanagan's Carrie TV series.
Carrie, is that the like based off of the book and the movie?
Yeah, that Carrie.
A TV series. Interesting.
I don't know what that is.
Carrie, it's I believe it's a book. Then they made a movie.
2 movies.
They made 2 movies.
But what's Carrie? I don't know what that is.
It is about this girl, dude. I forgot, dude.
Just give me like a
All
basic overview.
It's been so long, bro. Since
What genre is it?
It's horror.
It's a horror movie.
Okay, the only iconic thing I can think of is like when she's at prom or some shit, and like a bucket of blood is dropped on her.
Oh, wait a minute.
And, like,
okay,
she's covered in blood.
wait. Okay, then maybe that actually made a... Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you've like heard of it.
I probably did hear of it. I just forgot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that I saw that movie in I think I saw that movie in theaters, bro.
Whoa.
The reboot one.
Yeah.
The girl that was the main girl, she was the girl from Kick-Ass. Mm-hmm. And
her?
Yeah. When did that come out? Actually,
I have no
Carrie,
idea.
The new one. Do you know?
2013.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw that in theaters. I could probably look at my old movie tickets and find it, but. Okay, cool. So Carrie TV series, that should be interesting.
Yeah, it's being made by Mike Flanagan, and I'm trying to find
I feel like I've heard that name before.
Mike Flanagan.
Mike Flanagan is
Flanagan.
he wrote and directed and produced previous horror movies, Absentia, Oculus, Hush, Before I Wake,
Hush.
I've seen Hush.
Ouija, Origin of Evil, Gerald's Game, and Doctor Sleep.
I've seen Hush. I've seen Oculus. I think I've seen. Actually, those are only two I know. What was it? Before You Wake. I think that one's on Netflix.
Hush too, right?
Hush is also on Netflix as well. I think. Yeah, Hush came out 2016.
Yeah.
That one was alright when I saw it, but okay, cool.
Yep. Next piece of news is news that we already know. A live-action Magic the Gathering movie will be directed by
Dude,
Blackberry director Matt Johnson.
Yeah.
The film is intended to be the start of a live-action cinematic universe for the franchise.
Dude, fucking fire, man! And I've said this to you guys
hit
before,
on it, man.
Right, Hav? Can you vouch? I've said this before, and it wasn't during the pod because I think it was 2020. Yeah, 2020, because we started the pod in 2022. So in 2020, at the time, we have our friend Everardo. He got into Magic the Gathering, and he tried to get all of us into it. I was the only one that actually got into it. It was pretty cool and pretty fun. I won't lie. I haven't played in a while, but I still like it. Like I'm definitely open to, hey, we're gonna play and shit or collect. I'm down, definitely. But anyway, I remember when I got into it, I'm like, yo, this shit's really cool. Like the creatures. Lore? Yeah, the creatures. That's the thing. I don't know about there's lore, bro. It's just creatures and like the abilities and stuff. And I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if
there was lore with it.
It's like a card game. There could be. Like I said, I got introduced to Magic the Gathering in 2020, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But I always thought like, dude, it'd be super cool if they did like a movie about this and like do a universe or something, because the amount of creatures, the amount of potential of a universe that they can create here is there. And that is why when Dungeons and Dragons came out, I was hyped. I'm like, oh, this is kind of like Magic the Gathering, you know what? Like I kind of fuck with this, and I feel like Magic the Gathering could do something like this and succeed. And you know what? Maybe I did say it in that review. When we reviewed Dungeons and Dragons, maybe I did mention it there. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But point is, that's fucking fire. I agree with it. I mean, hopefully it's good. You know, I think there's potential there, definitely, for sure.
I don't know. I tried getting into it. I couldn't.
You a bitch.
I tried.
No, you didn't. I feel like you didn't try.
No, I remember playing the game. I even played the online game.
Did you?
Yeah. I was just like, nah.
Well, why didn't you fuck with it, man?
I didn't fuck with it.
Really?
It didn't hook me.
It made you had to make you think.
Not that. I just didn't fuck with the gameplay.
Fuck this. I stick to Uno.
No,
Yo,
Uno was fun though.
Hey.
We played Uno.
Live action Uno cinematic universe. Man, y'all bitches. I would have been on that shit.
That's funny.
I would have been on that.
no, for real. Actually, this.
But no, they got it. They gotta. What's it called? They gotta kill it. Whatever this first project is, they gotta kill it. Because if it flops,
absolutely.
everything else flops.
If it's something like Dungeons
dies.
and Dragons, and me. Okay, Dungeons and Dragons was actually fucking great. I actually liked it a lot, but it was like really comedic. Maybe I want to see more of a serious tone with this universe, kind of like a Game of Thrones situation, like a more serious type of like approach. That'd be pretty interesting. I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't think the super crazy comedy like Dungeons and Dragons would fit, you know. But if it's similar like that, or yeah, there's definitely potential. But
I feel like they're gonna aim towards fucking Dungeons and Dragons. I feel like just gut reaction.
I mean, it did well.
That's what I'm saying.
It was received well. So interesting. Okay, fine.
And that movie is getting a sequel. We know that.
Is it? Oh, is it?
It's getting a sequel.
Oh,
don't you remember? They announced it.
Yeah.
Because of how good it did. No one remember it was a surprise. Like, dude, what the fuck? No one saw
Dude,
this coming.
it was fun, man. It was really
I thought
good.
it was gonna be a flop. I'm like, that's a flop.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's very true.
All right, next piece of move.
Vincent D'Onofrio, the actor who plays Kingpin in Daredevil, was asked which other comic book character would he want to play. Swamp Thing.
Oh yeah, I did
Thing.
see. I saw this. Yeah,
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, okay, cool. It's Swamp
They're
Thing.
pretty cool.
What would you think? Well, I mean, we know James Gunn wants to make a Swamp Thing project for his DC Studios universe, And so a lot of people are kind of like, when they heard this, are now rooting for Vincent D'Onofrio to get the part. What do you guys think?
I say why not?
Yeah, that's kind of how I am.
I think he's a good actor. I like his portrayal of Kingpin.
Right.
So that'd be pretty cool.
All right, moving on to the next piece of news. Ayo Edebiri. So you guys know the actress, right? Ayo Edebiri. She's from The Bear.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Right. Okay. So this is not too big of a news, but it's a big deal, especially for her, and that is that April 10th has been declared Ayo Edebiri Day
in Ireland,
in her hometown of Boston.
I think she's from Irish, some shit like that.
Oh, I don't know.
Here it says Boston. You said Ireland.
You said Ireland, bro.
Yeah, because she said
Boston,
in one of her speeches, like, I'm this to be representing Ireland or some shit like that.
But why? Is there information on that? She has a day?
Maybe she was born there?
Yeah, you know how like celebrities will have a day named after them, from where they're from?
I had no idea. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, some celebrities like will have like from the city that they grew up in, like where they were born in, like they just grew up in and stuff. Like they'll find a way to like commemorate their memory and like their achievement. Like Steve Harvey, where he's from in Cleveland, like the block that he grew up on, they renamed that street to Steve Harvey Way. Dave Chappelle, when he was awarded the Mark Twain Prize Award for American Humor, he grew up in Washington D.C. and Washington D.C. declared, I forget what's the date, but declared a day in August or October, Dave Chappelle Day. So it's a known thing for cities and councils to commemorate actors and stuff like that, or singers or whatever that grew up in their hometown, like through their success and achievements, that they want to like celebrate that from their hometown.
Yeah, they do it for athletes too.
So April 10th in the city of Boston has been declared Ayo Edebiri Day.
Ayo what?
Ayo Edebiri.
Ayo Edebiri.
That's funny.
Okay, that's pretty good for her. You know?
Yeah. So obviously we're not from there, so we're not going to be like, yo, it's April 10th, happy Ayo. Like we're not going to say
Edebiri Day.
We're not going to say that, but it's just like one of those things where it's like,
Happy Hop Day.
What day would that be?
That's funny. I don't fuck.
What's your favorite number?
The day. No. I got it.
Spider-Man 2 is
yeah, oh my god, you fucking asshole. That's what I wanted to say.
That's actually funny.
No, the day Mountain Dew was founded.
No, Diet Mountain Dew.
Diet Mountain
Dew. That came out.
God.
The day ice was the day that it was normal for ice not to be put in drinks.
Yeah, for real.
You could have just said the day ice was like the day before.
The day before ice was invented.
Yeah, that's funny.
So before time, basically.
That's funny as hell.
Oh my god. All right, I'm down to the last two pieces of news. This is very small news. You guys remember the actor Bill Hader? You guys know who I'm talking about?
Bill Hader.
Yeah, so he's the guy who I mentioned him in a previous news pod. He's the grown-up Richie from It Chapter 2.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to be the voice of Cat in the Hat in the upcoming animated movie.
Yeah.
So some news came out this week with Bill Hader. He was doing an interview, and he said, well, I'm going to just read the post. Bill Hader says he got fired from a movie theater for spoiling the ending of Titanic to a group of girls that made fun of him.
What the fuck?
So this is his quote. This is all from him. He's telling the story. He's recounting the story, right? Mm-hmm. They were making fun of me. They said I looked like Charles Manson, which I kind of did. That's what he said. Which I kind of did. Yeah. I had a little bow tie on and cummerbund, and I was like, "Hey guys, please move." And they were like, "No." So when they went in, as I tore the tickets, I was like, "Enjoy the movie. The boat sinks at the end. Leo dies."
Oh my gosh.
And they were like, "No, he doesn't." I go, "Yeah, you think he's asleep, but he's frozen." And that showed them.
Damn, we spoiled the fucking movie.
That's looking kind of funny. That's funny.
They were teenage girls?
I don't know. It just said a group of girls.
Yeah, that's funny though.
Okay.
And then the last piece of news, which is the most irrelevant news, but I still wanted to include it. Glenn Powell is working on a new comedy series called Chad Powers, coming to HBO Max.
I think I know what this is.
And it's recently been confirmed, or it will announce that the newest cast member.
Yeah, I know what this is.
The newest cast
It's
member.
crazy.
Yeah, it's stupid. Honestly,
Yeah, I know it is.
It's the they hired someone like a new cast member to be on the show. I think she's only going to do a cameo. I don't think she's an actual regular.
Yeah.
But they got the Hawk Tua girl to be in the show.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Why even include that, man? Like we did not need that news, man.
Well, only because it's like I don't know, like it's fucking stupid.
Yes.
Like I kind of had some thoughts. Like I think
Oh,
it's
okay.
fucking cringe.
Yeah.
For like studios to just hire people when they're up on the high and shit. Call me a hater, call me whatever, but like I just am not a fan of like when people are blowing up, made out of memes, to just include them in shit. Like, listen, again, call me a hater, but like watching an NBA commercial, is that I Show Speed? Like shit like that. I'm like, why? Like, why is he now blowing up in the way that he is? Just because this motherfucker put up a webcam and started yelling and shit and like being a weirdo. This bitch offers nothing to this world other than a fucking video that blew up of her saying some stupid shit.
Yeah.
And she's being cast into Glenn Powell's comedy series that he is, I think he's co-writing this shit. And like they're hiring her to be in the fucking, like what, bro? Like,
Okay, let me ask you a question. Av. What if you blew up over a meme?
Yeah.
yeah.
And then James gonna say, "Hey, bro, want to make an appearance in Peacemaker?"
Oh, I'm getting the bag.
Yeah, so what the
No,
fuck?
I'm taking the bag.
Then what the fuck?
No, I'm taking the bag.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And
No,
that's
let's say he's like, but honestly, bro, because what you said, honestly, bro, you're just a meme. You can make it a cameo, but you ain't making a bag.
What does that mean?
You're not
you want me
getting
to
shit, boy.
You want me to appear and not get paid?
Yeah.
No, you're good.
I said, I don't know. I feel like he's lying.
You're lying.
Why would I would do it? I think I'd do it. But all right, fine. If I'm not, I'll be featured in Peacemaker. Why not? Fuck
Bro,
it.
if they fucking-
like, do I have a line? He's like, you have 2 lines. Fuck it.
I was
Who
gonna say,
am I
bro,
playing?
for
Who am I
me,
playing? You're playing
if
Peacemaker's
they-
delivery man.
Bro, yeah, dude.
Hey. But I'll do this. Like act like people know me.
Yeah.
Like
You hold for applause.
Yeah. like you know, like a Disney Channel where like was like, oh, excuse me, my bad. And then, oh, who the fuck are you? Like, oh, and he turns around, and it's like a old face. And then they hear the cheering and
Yeah.
shit. That'd be funny
And the
as
guy just
fuck.
goes like this.
yeah, right. Like, hey, what's going on? Like, that's funny.
That'd be
Okay, so
funny.
you said you wouldn't. Okay.
No, dude. What the
I
fuck?
would.
Okay, how big of okay, let's say honestly, bro, because you're just a meme, bro, just 10K. I'm just give you 10K, bro. You have 2 lines.
For
bro.
2 lines? That's kind of all right. Sure. Fuck it.
Okay, what if he has no lines? Honestly, bro, you're just gonna be in the background. Like,
And I'm getting paid to do nothing?
would you do it?
This is fucking steal.
All right, $100, bro.
Nah, any more than that.
Oh, come on,
More than that.
$100.
In this hypothetical situation, I've blown up as a meme.
Yeah.
At this point, there are TikToks, Reels, and news outlets talking about me. Why would I accept $100
Would
to be
you-
an extra?
Because you're gonna be in Peacemaker, girl.
Yeah.
I need
No,
a line.
Superman.
I better get more than $100.
That's crazy.
You honestly mean to tell me the Hawk Tua girl's gonna get paid $100 for being
No,
on this show?
I'm not saying that. I'm
Well, I'm
not
just-
saying that.
because-
just making it hypothetical.
Yeah, let's say he's giving you just a number.
Right, but I'm saying like
would you-
realistically, would it make
listen,
sense?
let's say James Good did hit you up, right? Would you think you deserved it?
To what? Be in
be in there,
To
yeah.
be in it? It's not up to me.
Would you think though, like you yourself, like, oh yeah, I deserve this, bro?
I worked hard to get
Yeah,
here.
like I deserve this. I fucking deserve
accidentally
this, bro.
blew up. I deserve
yeah,
that.
like I deserve this. Absolutely, I deserve to be here.
That's funny. Fuck no.
Okay,
But I'm still gonna get my you're gonna give
he's
me
still-
money?
No, and it'll be forever with Ha. Like every time we try to roast him, he'll be like, "I was in Superman though.
Yeah.
I was in Superman though." It's
You
like,
were.
all right, bro. Fuck you up.
And the thing is, like, a
That's
lot of these
funny.
people that blow up as like memes and shit are just like they get caught in their own high. Like, oh shit, I'm blowing the fuck up on Twitch or whatever the fuck it is, right? And when they start making money, they start getting all these deals. Hey, you want to be on a Super Bowl commercial? You want to do this and that?
And
they
they
just
make
get in, and then they make all this money. It's very quick for that money to go away because they just want to live in the money and like be stupid with it and
That's
spend
true.
money on cars. Like, I feel like all of us, if we ever blew up, like if we won the lottery or like
We would not
some
be
shit,
doing that.
we would probably be smart with it and be like, how do I
Yeah.
invest this shit so I'm rich forever?
Yeah.
Like yeah, maybe buying a nice brand new Bugatti would be nice and all, but it's like, brother, that's like that money is gone now.
I think the first thing I can think of is like a house, like a nice house.
Oh fuck yeah!
You know what I mean?
I'm getting my own crib.
Like I don't think of cars. Like personally, I don't know. I'm not really like. I don't think. Oh, when I can't wait to make some money, get a Lambo, bro. No, I'm thinking.
For me, it's
what
more
I think
of
about
like
is a house and like, oh, I want like a man cave. Like,
no, yeah,
that's
yeah.
what I think about.
No,
yeah.
me too. But I think I don't know about you guys. For me, when it comes to cars, I would just want like a dream car, like a car that I've always liked, that I've always wanted.
That's true. Yeah, that's
Something
true.
like that.
That's very true.
You know what I mean? Like, let's say you're a big like you, for example, if you're a big Fast and Furious fan growing up, and you were always big on Brian O'Connor, like his Supra or whatever, and you've always wanted that car.
Yeah, that's true.
Something like that, a dream car. But when people have garages full of cars, motherfucker, you get driven around by security and limos. What the fuck you need all those cars for? Like
real.
that to me,
That's
get.
true. That's
it
true.
makes no sense.
That's very true. But okay, is that everything?
That's all the news I
Sweet.
have.
That is everything, guys. That is another episode of HRV News. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.
Peace.
See ya.